Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all gender identities, welcome to 0 Hours Played, where today Zach's in control.
Yay.
What are we doing, Zach?
We're going to space.
We're going to space?
This is our lovely space center.
Do you think we can go to space?
I think we're going to find out what we're going to do right now. So
Okay.
The way we're in the campaign, so we need to get jobs, and then we need to perform those jobs, and then we need to buy
We're playing Kerbal Space
science.
program.
Yes, we're playing Kerbal Space
That's
program.
what I was asking.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't. Anyway.
So this is the career mode.
Mhm.
I don't think I have ever played career mode.
It's kind of nice because it gives you like discrete objectives to do rather than just like, I don't know, build a big rocket and try to go to the moon, which is fun but sort of aimless and hard. So we can pick up multiple jobs. So like we're going to launch our first mission for first vessel.
Okay.
We'd like to officially start our space program with a bang, a very controlled bang.
So your first mission just has to get off the pad.
Yes, we got to get off the pad. We're going to try to get to we're going to try to escape the atmosphere also at the same time.
Well, getting off the pad, I'm fairly confident we can do that.
We might be able to orbit Kerbin if we're ambitious. We're going to pick it up.
Okay.
No, we can't. Why can't we? Because we have only two.
Two contracts at once.
So now we're going to build our first glorious spaceship. And in the career mode, we have to unlock parts. So you may be used to seeing a lot of parts.
Oh, so this is pretty easy. We only have two parts, and
You put them together.
put them together, and it flies?
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to put one of those, and then just to make sure he lives, we're going to give him a nice little parachute. And this is our first ship.
3 parts. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you have to stage the parachute?
We do have to stage the parachute. Thank you. I almost forgot.
That would not have gone well.
Okay. Also, it's going to be a very simple launch. This is our nice
pad.
pad. It's more of a pit.
It's got some gravel on it.
And here we go. I'm not sure if this actually will escape the atmosphere or not, but we'll see. Nope, does not look like it's going to.
That does not have enough fuel to do much. But you got off the pad.
We got off the pad, and that's the first thing. We're still going up.
Was that was a solid rocket, right? So there was no throttling.
Yeah, there's no throttling
Okay.
whatsoever. It's all fuel and everything. Oh, you're covering that.
Oh yes, I am. We could cover
probably
Jebediah
cover.
Kerman.
Yeah, that stuff's way less important.
Oh, we're on this side now.
So yeah, the top of the atmosphere is up here.
Well, you got close.
And now, should we accelerate? Where's that? So we slowly drift.
You're going down now.
Yeah. We want to be... I think we want that number to be a 2, I think, for when we deploy our parachute.
And you're just basing this on knowing it?
On knowing it.
Remembering it?
There's like... There's if we look at the parachute... 1,000. Oh, it does say safe to deploy, though.
Yeah, I don't think you want to deploy that at 1,000 meters. You want to deploy that much before 1,000 meters.
Okay. Well, let's deploy it.
Yeah, like now is probably good. Now it's
now
too
it's
late.
What? You lied to me, parachute. The parachute lied to me.
Well, there's 2 reasons deploying the parachute then would not have been good. One is that you're facing straight down, and that's going to be a little bit of an issue. And the other was that, like, the way a parachute works is it slows you down gradually. So you need to release it once you're in the thick part of the atmosphere.
Yes.
Which I believe is
Here.
Possibly even the higher one.
We never even left that one, so...
I think any time during that flight you could have deployed the parachute, and it probably would have been okay.
Well, why didn't it work?
Because you waited until you were, like...
It didn't deploy, though. Like, at all.
Yeah, because it was face down.
Okay.
I don't think it deploys when you're face down.
It may not.
Like, as a
anyway, it was a success. We declared it a success.
So we get some more parts, and now we go to orbit?
We got a lot more missions.
That is a lot more missions.
We got more money? Is there not? Yeah.
Money?
We need
That's
money.
an entirely new concept.
Yeah, this is where we're going to lose is when we don't have any money left. Did we get science? That's the important thing. We have 9 science. So we should probably buy basic rocketry so we can actually get somewhere.
If we're going to go to the moon eventually, we're going to need at least basic rocketry.
And then it gets harder. Let's see, what does engineering do again? Oh, this is engineering for science.
Phila D says, get spaced.
We're trying to get space.
We're trying to get spaced. We're starting our career in space.
A lot of people want us to survey Kerbin.
Well, that sounds nice, but getting into orbit seems like a prerequisite to surveying Kerbin. Kerbin?
It kind of does. Okay, what does they want us to actually do? Near zone. Okay.
So if you,
that's pretty high.
That is that's not quite geosynchronous Kerbin orbit.
That's pretty close.
No, it's just high altitude. I think.
Okay. This one's pretty simple.
What? You gonna read it?
Yeah. Okay. So they want us to recover or transmit science experiment data from Kerbin to achieve this goal. I mean, I could read the briefing if you want.
No, you don't. I mean, you don't have to read the whole briefing, but
so that
explain
means
what it is we're doing. So we need to get science.
We need to get science. So like, you don't just go to space because it's cool. You go to space for science.
I have played when they were just starting to put in the science detection stuff, but I never really understood it very well.
So you see here, we got the mystery goo containment.
Won't you have to actually? How do you pick up mystery goo?
No, you see, we bring the mystery goo and then we expose it.
Oh, you expose it to space.
We learn things about space. So we're gonna do the simplest version of that mission we just picked up.
Oh, we're not even.
We're not gonna launch.
Orbit.
We don't need to launch.
Oh, we're not even gonna launch.
We're just gonna do some science. We've successfully, see, like we've done some science. The goo doesn't seem to be doing much right now.
You need a control experiment. So
it's
you
a
put
control.
the goo on the rocket,
and we get 3 science from this.
All right.
And then we recover. They changed the UI a bunch since the last time I played this. Where's the recover button?
I cannot tell you that.
That is not the recover button.
Right there.
Recover vessel. That was such a successful mission.
Yep. That's a
Got
control
3 science.
experiment. That's valid science.
We even recovered our parts, funnily enough. We recovered our crew this time, unlike last time.
The first reusable rocket.
Okay, so now, so we could get more science. We got like a thermometer, that's for transmitting science. That's for making more complicated rockets. So we should probably get this.
Yeah, we definitely need a stack decoupler.
Yeah.
Then we can make a 2-stage rocket.
So now we can make a 2-stage rocket. Let's pick up a new mission. They want us to test the parachute. Actually, all test conditions are met. So
test conditions are...
we need to be above Kerbin. We need to be flying at altitudes between 2,000 and 10,000, and we need to be at speeds between 110 and 260.
Well, you can certainly do that and take.
So that means basically falling back towards Kerbin.
Yes.
So this seems like something we're going to be doing.
Probably.
Oh shit!
Shit! I got my feet tangled in the USB hub. You probably have a better angle on pulling that back up.
There we go.
We have a lot of bits to this
there's a lot
streaming
of bits.
setup.
So,
cords everywhere.
Let's make sure we have the right parachute.
We only have the one, don't we?
Yeah, I believe it's the right parachute. They might have given us a special parachute for the mission. I don't remember if that's a thing. Where's that? That's an MK16.
MK16, yeah.
Okay, so let's fix our staging, maybe. No, we want this to be the opposite way. We want that one to be 1 and that one to be 0.
That would be better, yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to make it a 2-stage rocket?
Yeah, let's make this a 2-stage rocket. Should we just do 2 solid boosters?
Yeah, you could just stack 2 of those boosters on top of each other. That'll probably do a thing. That's a much bigger booster, though.
We could stack 2 of the small boosters also.
Also, you want to put a stack decoupler between the booster and
I do want to do that.
And the capsule.
Correct.
That will make landing better.
Okay, now we need to restage ourselves.
Just a little
That
bit.
one. Okay.
And you need another stage for the parachute.
That's one. And this needs to come down here. And then that one needs to go up there. And I believe...
You don't need the empty stage.
Okay,
there.
so we got parachutes the last stage.
Yep.
Then we decouple that. Launch. Decouple. Launch. Okay.
Sounds good. Put the goo back on.
Let's do some science.
Can't you put the goo on the capsule?
We can't put the goo in the capsule.
That way you'll actually bring it back.
Yeah.
Won't that be more scienceful?
It might be more scienceful. I'm not entirely sure how much that matters. Should we also put a thermometer on this?
Sure. How hot is the atmosphere?
It's important to know these things.
You might also want to take the job to go to orbit.
We have the job to get leave the atmosphere. That's
okay.
Our current job are test the parachute, leave the atmosphere.
Well, this'll leave the atmosphere.
So here we're going to pull up our contracts so we can see escape the atmosphere. And so we have our test conditions, and those will like light up when it's the right time to actually.
And I would recommend trying to deploy the parachute before you're below 2,000 meters instead of
at 2,000 meters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you thought.
This is probably why I thought 2,000 meters was correct.
And we still have no automatic guidance, right?
So no,
so I am actually piloting.
I'm
this?
actually trying to keep this rocket heading more up than not up. When we're actually trying to do orbits, it might be better to not head all the way straight up.
Yeah, in orbits you don't generally go straight up, but
I think it's very listy. It's probably because of our nice little goop.
Goo container.
Yeah, which is very aerodynamic, as you can see, jutting off the side of our rocket.
So you're going. We're going extraordinarily fast.
We are
right now.
We're going way too fast. What exploded?
Most of the rocket.
Let's just leave that behind. And this is the problem with no guidance system. Have we done it?
You're not quite gonna make it.
Shit. Okay, I'm trying to slow us down. It's hard.
Oh,
we got it.
You did make it out of the atmosphere.
We made it out of the
All
atmosphere.
right.
Let's expose our goo to space.
And take a temperature reading.
And take a temperature reading. Where did I put that one? That might have exploded.
Oh, the thermometer exploded?
I think the thermometer exploded.
Well.
Yeah, it's not so much here anymore.
Well, we tried.
We tried. We did goo science. Let's review the data as we drift down.
It clumped into a sphere. And became brittle.
Cool.
Well, that's useful. And we don't have an antenna, so we can't transmit it, right?
Yeah. You also, I think, get more science from recovering the data. Just,
fair enough.
Which
But we need to.
Everyone needs to
recover.
live.
Yeah.
Yes. Or just
don't kick the cables.
Valentina.
Valentina Kerman.
We're still going up, actually.
Yeah, you were going immensely fast.
I wonder where we'll land. Yeah, we kind of went so fast we burned up a bit in the atmosphere, didn't we?
Probably for the next time we make this rocket, I think the big booster on
It's
the bottom
Yes,
is good,
and
but
the
the small
boost-
one on the top
yeah.
would probably be better. Also, you were probably going fast enough that you didn't need
to hit it immediately.
Hit the second one for at least like 10 seconds, I think. Because you can watch your speed. Oh, you've gone into a terrible orbit.
Well, are we in an orbit?
It's an orbit that'll hit the Kerbal again.
Yeah, okay,
but not for a while.
I wasn't trying to get in orbit. I was trying to just hit the edge of the atmosphere, which we kind of went blazing past. Actually,
blazing through. Yeah,
we're headed back down now.
Yeah. That's still in orbit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it technically?
Technically, that's an orbit.
I think this game only considers an orbit if you do a full circle.
I mean, that's the more conventional definition of being in an orbit.
Mm-hmm.
But any parabolic trajectory is.
I hope we're not going to be going too fast. Oh, we'll slow down when we
once
start
you
hitting
get the atmosphere,
yeah.
that's going to slow you down a lot.
Like
Due to the configuration of the rocket, if you can,
keep it
probably
upright.
want to no, flip it downwards. Or no, you do want to keep it upright. I don't remember the heat shield is supposed to be on this.
I think there's
Is not so much having one. Well, that's definitely not what you want to do. Oh, you do have stability.
Okay, we got a little bit of stability.
It's plenty of stability.
I hope it doesn't. I hope our goo doesn't explode. It's very close to exploding.
Yeah.
Maybe we should point ourselves down at this point. Should we? Well, there goes the goo.
Bye bye goo. I think. Oh no.
Okay, we've hit enough atmosphere. Okay, so we just need to. We've met that condition.
Yeah. So I would release the.
No,
parachute.
we need to slow down. How? Like we'll hit it before we die, but if we just.
Oh yeah, no, you're just about to 260. Yeah, there you go. Now you can release it.
Great.
And then
Now we just
should
need to
extend itself.
Just needs to catch the air, hopefully. Please catch. Please. There we go. And since it'll take like real time 5 minutes to get from here to the surface, we're just gonna max speed up.
That's what you want out of a parachute.
It is what you want out of a parachute. It's true.
Also, it won't take quite that long. You're only 200 meters up.
It always feels like forever. What's this nice line in the ocean? Just all across the whole
That's
screen.
lighting, I think.
Okay.
It's got to be.
We
didn't do much science.
No, we got because we wrote it down. We made the smart decision.
So we got a little bit of science.
Write down
not all
our
the
science.
Cool. So it's only like what? One bonus science you get for actually recovering it?
We got 8 science.
No, I mean, you would have gotten another science, one more science if you recovered it. Or like double?
Oh, I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Usually, science doesn't explode because you prepare it better. They might have changed, what's it called?
The atmospheric effects?
Yes, since the last time I played.
Okay. I know they have a new atmospheric model, yeah.
So something we might want to do is upgrade this building so we can do more jobs at the same time.
Do we have that kind of money?
We do have that kind of money.
Max active contracts 7. That's a lot.
I think that's worth it. I was just wondering what flight planning was, because I'm not sure. So, what do we got here? You could observe Kerbin.
I mean, I think we need to get to orbit before we should start doing a lot of observing.
Yeah, you want to pick orbit? I think that's a good.
I'm not saying we have to pick orbit right now. I'm just saying before we try and like observe specific parts of Kerbin,
getting to
be able to orbit would be.
I think this is. We have 7 contracts. We have 0 right now, so I think this is a good one to start with.
We also want a heat shield.
Haul heat shield into flight above Kerbin.
If we're going to orbit, we're going to do that.
Great.
Like, we definitely needed a heat shield on that rocket.
That gives us something to research too. Is this the stacked coupler we have?
You go back and try it.
TR-18A.
I think it is.
Oh, there's the heat shield. Where? I thought it was. There it is. That is the stacked coupler.
Yeah, so we can test a stacked coupler.
Splash down. So that means this is not going to be a functional decoupler. We have to bring it back. And let's see what we got. A new parachute? That might be cool. We can also test the flea solid booster at the launch site. What do they want us to do?
That's the one we want to have for our second stage. We have to launch it.
Okay. Tourists?
No,
I don't know.
We're not anywhere ready to do
No.
tourists.
Okay, so these are all the survey ones. liquid fuel engine into flight. Do you want to bring a liquid fuel engine? I don't know.
Let's stick with one technology at a time.
Suborbital trajectory. No, we're going for orbital. Okay. So now we have to build an orbital rocket.
Well, with a solid fuel booster, we're not actually going to get to orbit.
You can do it with a solid fuel booster.
You can do it, but
you need to be a better pilot than I am.
What I would suggest that the two modifications we make are, you take the whole bottom of the rocket off.
Yes, we played.
You're also going to want another stack decoupler between those two, so we can bring one back to Kerbin.
I was kind of planning on putting it here. Actually, that's dangerous. You're
that's
right.
going to be dangerous.
This is safer.
That's where it belongs. Then you put the flea booster on. Then another decoupler.
Like this?
Oh yeah, that is a decoupler. Okay.
And we should probably try to. Oh, we need to put a heat shield on this rocket.
Yeah, how does that work?
It's a very small heat shield. I was kind of expecting a bigger one. Traveled far. Is it tiny? Or is it just like not sticking to the rocket in any meaningful way? Let's try this.
Put it on top. That's
okay.
Pretty small. It's not going to do a whole lot underneath the parachute, but sure.
We just need to bring it. We just need to tell them we brought it to space.
I don't care what we did with it.
They don't. It's
shove it in the trunk.
I wonder if we can make orbit with this. It would be awesome if we did. Should we move this off? So
probably.
This thing works better. That's not going to cause a lot of drag, hopefully.
Can we put like an antenna or something else small that won't cause too much drag?
Let's see, we got. Which one's better? This one or this one?
I would put the two-armed one, but
okay.
see if you can angle it so it's.
Rotate the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe we can rotate the thing.
If you angle it like in the same direction as the rocket.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like it'll cause too much drag at all.
Move it slightly so it's less sticking through everything.
Sure.
Yeah, that looks better. Okay. I think we can. I think if I was a better pilot, we could do orbit with this.
And yeah, so what
we're going to activate SAS first this time rather than on the way down.
Probably a good idea. So what I would suggest is that you wait as long as you can to launch the second stage, and you want to be pointed in the direction of orbit.
Yes, we want to go out.
Yes.
Yes, you don't just go up. Some interesting lighting effects. But let's do this. And let's tilt ourselves slightly over, because we're going to be heading that direction anyway. Forget what degree.
I mean, in the lower atmosphere, you don't want to be tilted too much, because then you're just going to be going through more atmosphere.
Right.
But
I'm trying to prevent us from falling over now.
Our thrust is so ludicrous that it probably doesn't really matter. So drop it.
Oh, we forgot to fix our
forgot the staging.
Well, good thing we could like do some extra staging.
No, we're gonna blow up, or not get.
We have a heat shield. Everything should be fine.
We're not gonna get to.
We're not gonna get to atmosphere. To orbit, right? Because yeah.
Yeah, no, not even a little bit.
If we had waited until we were up here and then burnt that way, it might have worked better.
It would have worked a lot better.
That was the plan. But we could do science up here. Should we get to wait till we're in space?
Yeah, we'll be in space in a minute. But we could also log the temperature in the upper atmosphere.
And then. Okay, so you get less science if you transmit, I guess.
Okay, well then let's not transmit. Can we transmit something else to test the antenna? Is that science?
I don't think just transmitting is science, but we can find out.
Warning.
Do we need batteries?
Oh. Maybe.
What is required? Did we lose data?
Uh-oh. I'm sorry. Well,
it's not your fault.
Log more temperature. We're now in space.
I guess you can only do science once per mission. That's how science
Well, if we
works.
transmitted it back, we
Yeah.
could have done more science. So Skynet's lawyer wants to know if we can get things stuck in perpetual orbit.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, as much as
It's probably
that's
going
how
to
orbits
happen.
work.
It could happen.
If you get into orbit and then you're high enough in the atmosphere that doesn't really simulate atmospheric drag.
It does a little bit.
It does if you're in the atmosphere,
Yeah.
but not if you're very high up.
Mm-hmm.
Even low Earth orbit, I don't think decays in Kerbal Space program. And if you forget to bring enough fuel to get back, yep.
Retrieving people from orbit is very hard.
Yeah, no, at some point we're probably going to do that.
Oh, we're almost assuredly going to do that. Like, this mission could easily have gotten us stuck if we'd done it properly.
Oh, yeah, no, if we'd done this properly, Valentina would be never coming back from space.
Well, like, if you do it properly enough that you're low enough that you can bounce yourself off the atmosphere, you lose speed, and then eventually your orbit decays.
You're forgetting a crucial component.
What?
We don't have any more rockets on this rocket.
Yeah, but if you're in a low enough orbit where you kind of like scrape along the atmosphere, it counts as orbit still, but you orbit decays. I've done it.
Okay. I'm
Maybe
just saying, if we had thrusters on this, we could get it back out of orbit.
Oh, do we have access to like the little thrusters?
I don't think we have gas thrusters yet.
Okay. Our heat shield. Pull up our contracts.
Is the heat shielding?
I don't know.
Well, we're getting there right now because it wants to be going fast.
Yes. Where is our speed? Oh, right here. Okay.
We're going to be going fast enough. For
We're
the heat shield,
going. We're going quite fast.
No, we didn't. We were not
didn't
going
get it?
fast enough for the heat shield.
Why aren't
You
we-
might want to
Deploy.
parachute.
Parachute is busted.
Well,
Look, Kerbal's. I did not mean to go to the tracking station. It happens.
we're a new rocket company. We're developing new technologies. We're going to investigate the failure and regroup.
Should we get some more science? That's the heat shield.
Get
Some
a
more
barometer.
science. Service bay.
What can you put in the
Parachutes.
service bay?
Uh,
Oh yeah, no, that sounds
protecting
useful.
delicate instruments. Stowing. Yes, that's where you keep your science stuff so it doesn't explode. How much science do we have? We get 32 science, so we could get. Well, we can't.
Can't really get two, but
This is where that's a big rocket.
that's a big rocket. We don't need that yet.
Okay, let's get survival.
What's in the middle?
This is fins and a
Airplane.
nose cone and a decoupler. Which
Radial
is very
decoupler. Well, we need the middle one before we get the top one. So
Okay.
we should start at the bottom.
great. What is this? Flight control.
Yeah, I mean that'd be.
That's for
nice, but-
planes. I think.
Well, no, the reaction wheel is for rockets.
This is for rockets. This is way more science stuff. There's a lot of science.
Let's scrap everything and design a new rocket.
Great. From the ground up. Same missions? We didn't succeed on any of them.
Probably. Yeah, I guess we didn't really succeed on any of them, did we?
Active. No, we didn't. This one we misunderstood. I think we can do this one really easily and quick.
What do we have to do for this?
We just have to launch. So we had the flea rocket on our ship, but it wants us to launch it from the pad.
Oh. Well, sure. We already did that, but let's do it again.
Well, this one we're doing it officially, and
Oh, do we have another parachute to test? We can
do
test
that
on
at the
this one.
same time. That's smart.
Save and continue.
Wait, okay, so
I mean, we should read the requirements and
one.
make sure that we can actually test it. but-
altitude 200 to yeah, we're gonna hit that altitude. We're gonna go to over 200 meters,
And we'll probably be
and we'll probably be in these speed ranges.
in that range. Okay.
What is this? What? This sounds insanely complicated.
This is ferry tourists to destination.
Suborbital space flight.
Yeah.
How do we?
We also don't have a rocket big enough to put 4 people in.
We don't. But
So do your staging.
let me find the parachute. Then we'll do the staging.
Well, you need a decoupler.
Oh yeah. Oh, great. We now have 2. Do you remember which one it was?
It's the radial. Oh, we have 2 radial mounts?
Yep.
Nope, I didn't read.
Well, this
besides
one's a
radial
drogue
mount.
chute, and this one's a parachute.
It's the drogue.
Okay. Let's put 2 for balance.
Yes. Also, it's a drogue chute, so it's not your main parachute, generally.
Do we want a main parachute also? We
Uh,
can just load this thing with parachutes. They're pretty light.
Maybe. You should stage them separately.
I will. Where's the hell is the parachute?
You need to start remembering these
I need to start
icons.
remembering where the icons are, yes. There, utility. Parachutes are a utility item. Okay. So first we're going to boost the rocket, then we're going to decouple.
Then you're going to decouple.
And should we launch these at the same time or
no,
separate?
you want the drogue first and then the main parachute.
Okay. Simple enough.
I mean, I don't know how you actually want it in Kerbal Space Program, but that's my understanding of what a drogue chute is. It's the parachute that you release before you release the main parachute to slow you down a little bit.
Those we did select the right parachute. I just want to make sure before we launch.
Okay.
I'm launching.
Oh, and we need to splash down, so you do want to tilt a little bit towards the ocean.
I think in space in Kerbal it's just
hit something.
just land on a planet. Get rid of that. Don't need that no more. Are we not gonna be high enough?
No, you hit the required altitude. That's
Oh, that's the
heat
wrong
shield.
one. Oh yeah, okay.
Just
Everything.
release the parachute.
Still going up, but sure. This one, for whatever reason, doesn't have an SAS. No pilots. Oh, okay. No, we.
How
have
does it not have a pilot aboard?
It does have a pilot. He can't activate the SAS for some reason.
What's your problem, Bill Kerman?
He knows everyone else died, and that's how he got this job. At some point, we are going to need to hire new astronauts. It's going to happen.
Oh yeah, that's a thing too, isn't it? Jeez.
Yes.
Maybe these drogue chutes are gonna do the
Just
business.
good enough.
Yeah, I mean, we barely have a probe, so. Actually, no, you're still falling pretty fast.
They haven't even like fully deployed yet.
True.
I mean, I could pop this one at any time. Wait.
Uh,
a bit. Maybe pop it now. That was the booster exploding. Nothing to be concerned about.
that's fine. Yeah, pop it. Pop the main one now. There you go.
Yeah, we're going nice and slow. We're going way slower when that one deploys.
Yeah, you're going a little bit too fast for splashdown, especially splashdown directly onto the pad.
We did more or less shoot straight up.
But 5 meters a second, that's roughly survivable.
Did we not hit the right speed?
I thought we did. I thought it was great.
Oh, maybe we have to land? I don't know.
Maybe I could have sworn that was green when I told you to hit it.
It was the altitude was definitely green. I'm not sure if the speed was. I don't remember.
It was definitely the right magnitude, but I guess we were going. It was the wrong sign, so that's why we messed that up. But we'll put these on the next one too.
There's definitely no reason not to put them on. Great. No one died.
We could have done some science during that, but we neglected to.
We got some science because we
recovered it.
recovered. So, yes, Skynet's lawyer. Basically, we're going to hire people off the street. So you go here, and look, we got all these applicants. This one's very stupid and very courageous. That's a strong applicant.
Yeah, I think we want to hire Glace there.
How much does she cost? Oh, that's how much they cost. Kind of expensive. We don't want to burn too many astronauts. They're missing. Oh, they're lost. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get better over time, also.
Let's try and recover some more rockets and not explode them in the atmosphere.
It is better to recover them and not explode them.
Ouija Power says, I am the ice cream man. Hello, Ouija Power.
Hello. We're sending people to space.
You're playing some Kerbal Space Program. So again, we probably want to at least scrap everything below
Yes.
the stack decoupler.
So,
well, you need the decoupler still.
yeah, we do. You're right. But should we put a science bay Add that into Kepler?
Yeah.
That way we can
yeah.
do...
Let's keep the trunk. We can. I mean, you don't really want to land on the trunk probably, but it's fine. Oh, nice.
Okay, so now let's put some science in there. Here's our science. We got a barometer, we got a thermometer, and we got mystery goo.
Can we stick them all in there?
Probably.
Oh yeah, we'd certainly stick them all in there.
Some mystery goo and a barometer. This is how you do science. Close
And
that.
if we're gonna get some antennas, we could also stick some batteries in there.
I don't know if we have
Oh, we
technology
don't
of
we don't have that
batteries.
technology
I don't
yet.
believe
Never mind.
we're advanced enough to really understand the concept of batteries. It was the small one.
The small one was the one we're supposed to test. Yes.
Where does it go? Just put it on the nose cone again? Didn't really help last time.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I
that's...
put it? I can't put it, and then that doesn't work
No.
at all.
Get 10 chickens, put them on a rocket, and then see what happens. Yeah, I mean, that counts as science. We don't have the chicken cage yet, though.
I'm not sure, unfortunately, if there is a chicken cage. So, okay, what kind of rockets are we putting on this thing?
Well, we don't want that on the top. Do we have a fuel tank?
We have a little fuel tank, and we have this rocket. It's pretty large.
That's a pretty large rocket compared to the fuel tank.
Yeah.
So...
I'm not sure if we want that.
Mouse over that. What are the stats on that one?
This they're up here. This is...
Not the fuel tank. The swivel liquid fuel engine.
Mm-hmm. So that means piloting occurs when you got gimbal. These don't.
We could try a 3-stage rocket.
We could.
Like if our main boosters are these solid fuel ones, this is our final stage.
Yes,
which will maneuver us into orbit and back out if we want.
Mm-hmm. This is the hey, let's maybe live this time stage.
And then
the little
this
one,
is
or just two big ones.
How much thrust is on the little one versus the big one?
I think the thrust. Okay, there's more. Yeah.
And fuel versus the small one.
They're usually about twice the amount of fuel. Where is fuel?
Yeah, put the big one. Put the small one and then the big
Okay.
one. I think that'll work. I don't know. I'm just
So there is a concern here, which is we're a little
tall and unstable.
yeah. So let's jazz our rocket up with some classic rocket fins. Should we put them on the stage or this stage?
You want them on the bottom stage.
Yeah, they're small fins, but
That'll do it.
do we want a name for this one?
This is a terrible idea. Let's do some staging though.
Okay, this is correct.
That's correct.
That's also correct.
That's fine.
That's fine.
But then you want to
Put this here.
yeah, and you want to separate the drogue chutes first.
There and that one last.
I think we're ready to blow up a rocket.
Should we put?
What do you want to put?
Let me do this.
What other parts do we even have?
I'm gonna put a single backup parachute. That's a huge parachute. In
Why?
case this one, remember that one burnt off last time? I just safety.
Oh, okay.
Or I could just get rid of this one.
Yeah, actually get rid of that one.
Yeah,
We don't need to test it anymore.
there. Dun, dun, dun,
This'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
It definitely won't blow up in the atmosphere.
dun. No one will die.
We've staged it correctly, so hopefully we'll have authority over when the individual parts of the rocket fire.
Okay. We had it. I swear we had SAS. Should we?
What happened to the SAS?
Let's try to get some SAS.
Because the earlier ones had it, and we only have the one capsule.
Yeah, there's only one capsule. Did we leave?
Did you
off
actually
of-
put crew in this rocket?
Bill Kerman is in
Bill's in it.
it. Bill's in it.
All right. I don't think we have an SAS module.
Did that give us SAS?
Maybe.
Those didn't.
Sure, put an antenna on it.
Why not?
Antenna can't hurt.
Let's put it in the science room. That's where you put antennas, right? You know,
Can you mount it to the top of the
I think I
science
can.
hole?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's only sticking out the side a little bit. It'll be fine.
Close those. Yeah, no one will even notice. I could probably line it up better, but some parts don't even have what's it called, like air resistance.
Still no SAS mod. Yeah, I think
We got RCS. We don't have RCS. Though.
we don't have RCS. That's a damn lie.
Well, we can activate it. So let's launch.
Ouija
So
Power
very-
has some interesting suggestions for what we could call the rocket.
Good ones.
You could be the judge.
I can't look away from this little ball here. We don't want to fall over and fall into the sea. That would be
True.
bad.
How does this thing have so much thrust? This is ridiculous.
Because it's like doesn't weigh anything. Okay. That's not really that high.
Yeah, but if you fire your next rocket near the apoapsis, then you'll go even higher. You're probably close enough.
Okay.
You're right through the first part of the atmosphere.
Mhm.
You're going way too sideways for being this low.
I'm trying to get us less sideways. I'm trying real hard.
That was not nearly enough rocket.
Whoop.
That was not nearly enough.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
do whatever you want, but this is. How do we get an SAS module?
I know.
Oh, you know what we should do?
What should we do? Oh, science?
We could do the science. We're gonna have to. Like, we might as well get the science done now, because when we fire that rocket, things are gonna get interesting.
I think. Are we falling? We're falling.
We're falling. But
Well,
I
we got-
just don't have faith that we will maintain control. But it's time to fire the rocket.
Okay, this one has throttle. I mean, we're not getting any. Okay.
That's why you don't want it full throttle. Oh, did you run out of fuel?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Drop it.
Goodbye.
And now we're low enough in the atmosphere that if we're falling, which we're falling...
Oh, we can test our...
Yeah, fire the parachutes.
We did it.
Sweet. Oh, and we forgot to bring a stack decoupler down to splashdown, because we blew our own
Oh,
one up,
damn
remember?
it. Yep. Forgot to bring it.
If it hits the water, it actually will float. This is a space capsule. It's modeled after like the Apollo and Gemini capsules, and it's full of air, so it floats. If the whole rocket landed, it wouldn't sink, it would explode.
In this game, it sort of splashes and ceases to be. In real life,
Doesn't it also explode? Oh, you also want the other parachute.
It's not wrong to wait till those deploy to deploy it, though, right?
No, it's not wrong, but if you waited too much longer,
Oh, we
it
wouldn't.
would have been.
I don't want to see the service bay. I'm good on the service bay.
I don't think you have... No, don't open the service bay. Like, it's
Great.
probably fine, but we don't want to risk it.
So, we're going to make it back safely. We succeeded on one mission.
Well, we succeeded on a couple of missions, because we did recover... Well,
We didn't get high enough.
the missions we set for ourselves.
Right.
We recovered goo. We took a barometer reading in space, in low atmosphere, in wherever we were at the time.
It's all very true. So you'll see it float, hopefully, in a minute, whenever it
So I'm going to stop giving suggestions on this next rocket and
just
let
let
you
me-
do what you do, and we'll see how that goes.
Nothing traumatic about that at all.
Yeah, that was, he lived.
Mm-hmm. A lot of science.
That's what happens when you put all the science. Ooh,
Was that
I
bits,
didn't
or-
have the
Oh, follower.
new
Thank you
follower.
for
Thank you for
following.
following. I missed your name. I'm going to
Check the name.
check that name. I'm sorry.
Why didn't you get any
I didn't
experience?
have the stream up on this screen, and I heard the sound, and then I switched over to it. Well, it was just too late. No, we're not.
That's a big rocket.
Marine Doctor, thank you for following.
Thank you for following. So I'm going to pick up a contract for the other parachute. And
Gravity Sprinter. All right, we can name a rocket the Gravity Sprinter. What do you think?
This is also the engine we're using right now, I believe. The Gravity Sprinter?
Yes, the swivel is the
Yeah.
small engine we're using, but if we don't have a fuel tank for it, that was like not enough fuel to even bother putting it on the rocket.
It's true.
Unless we just want dry mass.
We have a lot of science, though.
Well, let's find some more rocket parts.
So we could get general rocketry and stability, both of which are good things to have in rocketry.
Does general rocketry give us a fuel tank?
That is a fuel
That's
tank.
a much bigger fuel tank.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get both of them.
This is aviation, which planes are.
We can skip aviation, I
We're
think.
not going to deal with aviation, I don't think, because
That's a
I've
whole-
never successfully launched a space-based plane.
You can also do ships, right? That's a whole nother game.
Can you do ships?
Maybe it's a mod, I don't know.
It could be a mod. It could be something somebody's done in this game vanilla. I would believe either one.
I think I've seen both a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to keep my mouth shut and just see how you build a rocket. I'm going to stop backseat rocket engineering, unless you don't want me to.
I think it's helpful.
Okay.
I think we got a solid base here. That's what my feeling.
No, we don't have a solid base. We need a stack decoupler between the trunk
We do.
and the rocket itself. Or
We can also just shove it
anywhere.
up there, but that seems a little.
That's going to catch on fire.
Probably.
If we actually get anywhere near space.
Do we leave our heat shield?
Did we succeed on the heat shield mission?
Oh, we didn't. We didn't.
We didn't get anywhere near
No,
orbit.
we didn't even
So,
get anywhere near orbit. Okay. So
like,
we got this.
If you don't see
We
flames,
got this, which isn't
that's
too much.
too much. That's going to go poorly. I mean, it could be a component of the rocket, but
It could
you
be.
need.
No, but that's not going to get us to orbit because steering. We can also just do.
It's like 3 stages of those.
If we're going to do 3 stages, we should do this for the last stage. Because once we're in space.
Well, you got liquid fuel tanks and the.
Oh, we do have
liquid
the
fuel engine.
bigger fuel tank
You would-
that we can actually.
I
do
think you would
with.
much rather have
Yeah, for the
a
final
liquid fueled
stage.
engine that has
Throttling capabilities.
throttling and vectoring capabilities.
Do we have a smaller? This is.
It's the swivel. That's the
Yeah.
one we're testing.
I think this is a decent rocket. We need some winglets.
Symmetry, probably.
Symmetry is better for aerodynamics. I've heard that.
I don't know. Would you want 2 of those fuel tanks or just the one?
Of these,
No, that
of
fuel
those,
tank. You could put an extra one on.
we could split the difference.
Put the tiny one?
Put the tiny one.
Okay, sure. I buy that.
Man, I wish we had an SAS module. We don't.
We have, it says reaction wheels. Do we have any more science? Because we could have gotten...
Can our pilot, is our pilot too dumb? Is that the problem? He's an engineer. Do we need a pilot? Maybe we need a pilot.
Oh, you need a less dumb pilot.
No, see, there's like different classes of people.
And he's an engineer, so
He's
he
an
doesn't know how to
engineer.
turn on the SAS.
And I bet pilots come with like, I bet he's better for something, and then pilots come with the ability to.
Well, that's a nice dumb pilot. Let's
Oh,
hire him. Oh, we don't have the money?
Well, we can upgrade our astronaut complex by right-clicking. Yeah. It also gives us the ability to do EVAs, which
And
is
place flags.
and place flags, which is cool. So he's a pilot. He's the only pilot. Well, Jemmy, what was it? This guy,
Jeremy Kerbal.
Jeremy, get in there. You leave, Jeremy, get in there. Okay. It's too bad we killed our other 2 pilots. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's a risk of going to space. Did we want to name this rocket?
We had a
Luigi Power suggested the Gravity Sprinter. Sounds like a pretty good name.
Yeah. We can give it a description? That seems excessive. Okay, we got all our science on board
The
still.
description is we hope this one survives.
We don't need landing pads. We don't need any fancy decouplers. I think we're ready to launch.
I think we're as ready as we're going to be.
Yep. I
don't
wish
know,
we
I
were
don't know if we're ready. But we're as ready as we're gonna be.
You know what we should consider doing at some point is upgrading our launch pads because it gives us more stability, I think. So yeah, so he comes with his own SAS.
This rocket looks plenty stable.
Okay, so we're going to try to...
Did we stage it? No.
Oh, we can do that now. I'm glad you remembered. Take this here. This one is there. That's that one. Then we launch that. Then we lose this. We put that one even higher.
Even higher, yeah.
There. No. These are separate.
Sure.
Go down it. So that's that. Those, that.
This all looks mostly correct.
Don't need
except
that
for
extra stage.
the extra stage
That.
there. Cool.
That. Great. Okay. Got SAS on. We're trying to achieve orbit. Let's do it.
Achieve orbit, or at least go really high.
Go really high is really the goal.
Because then that'll let us test our heat shield. Also, we need to splash down successfully.
Survive.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to lose the pilot. That would be very bad.
Then we'd have to hire a new one, and then we get into the question of like, can we afford that? Because I'm not sure if we can afford that.
Decouple.
Let's try to tilt a little bit, but not too
Careful.
much. Not too
Careful.
much. Okay.
You're also like going for a polar orbit, but I guess that's fine.
Is that worse? I don't have a lot of choice.
If you go this way, yeah, if you go that way on screen, but go to the right, you'll be going with the orbit, which gives you a couple 100 meters a second for free.
Well, that sounds nice, but
that's not what we're doing today.
no. Jesus. Okay. No, look. Okay, we're gonna go around again. How's our? Oh,
You're
super
pretty
close
at the
to-
apoapsis, so I would fire it. Whenever you're ready.
We need to be pointing in the right direction. That's a key.
Yeah,
I've heard that's a key part of rocketry.
As soon as you're ready.
We want to be pointing at this, approximately.
And
A little up, maybe.
throttle up. Or not if you're going to do that. Throttle down if you're going to do that.
Well, we're headed the opposite way we want to be headed, which is good. Are we high enough for any of this to happen to matter?
When we hit the atmosphere, we'll probably be, but you need to burn off this rocket first.
Yeah, we need to burn off all this rocket fuel anyway, so let's go the opposite way we're headed. I'm sure that's fine.
Just as long as you don't do it pointing down,
You know what would help us a lot if we unlock some of the science that
the
lets you...
stability stuff?
Yeah, lets you steer your rocket successfully. Because that's in here.
Well, do some more science while we're here.
Do it on the way down.
Real quick. Faster. Much faster.
Observe
Hurry
the
it up.
Mr. Guru. He's trying. Okay, we've observed a lot of goo. So okay, that's worth no science anymore.
Now just release the parachutes.
Okay. We might. Okay, we need to hit this one soon. Let's just hit it now-ish.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
As long as we're like completing missions.
I think we've completed everything but the
Let's
heat
close
shield.
this. That might help.
Because we didn't actually go fast
Or high.
or high. He kind of went sideways and in circles. But, you know,
So
we're learning.
The longer you make your rocket,
It's less stable.
the less stable it
Yeah.
is.
We could try putting side boosters on, but I don't think we have a heavy enough rocket to make it worth putting a side booster on it, because that'll just burn up when you're launching.
Just catch fire because
And-
you're going too fast?
Yeah, as we are, which would be a cool way to test the heat shield, but we already determined that they do care about the sign of the direction or of your speed.
Yeah. Well, there's two speeds. There's orbit and surface, and I don't know.
No, we tested it and we were going fast enough
Oh, okay.
to trigger it, but we were going up instead of down.
Oh, okay. Up instead of down.
Yeah.
Right, because the heat shield, they don't expect you to burn it up leaving.
Yeah,
It's kind of more for coming back.
That's the wrong way to do your heat shield.
Yep.
You've got this on time warp?
We're four times.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes a while
Mm-hmm.
to land. But you want it that way. Otherwise, it's very rough on the astronauts.
So yeah, the building rockets out of paper clips and hamsters is
That
almost.
sounded not ideal.
The sounds get weird under acceleration. We got some science. We recovered our funds. He gained an experience.
What does XP do for our
I think it makes him better.
better at...
Flying?
Okay. I'll take it.
Flight control. Inline reaction wheel. We are so far away from 45 science.
Well, there's Oh no, that's the small inline reaction wheel. Damn.
I like the manufacturer of our goods. Found lying by the side of the road.
That's where I get all my rocket equipment.
It's the best. It's the best place. So this is just too much. So if we really want to, like, now we're a terrifyingly long rocket.
I
Don't think it's gonna work.
genuinely think that's going to burn up in the atmosphere while you're launching it.
Did we succeed on that one? We must have, right?
Yeah.
Let me check.
We definitely did. We can take some new contracts.
Yeah, we probably need some new contracts. We didn't. Why didn't we? Did it break on crash or something?
I don't think so.
Let's pick up some new contracts. What do we got here?
I don't understand what that contract wants if it isn't what we did.
It wants us to test the other parachute again. We could do that again. What is it?
Sure.
Ferry tourists to space. That I don't think we can
can't do
that. Hull civil liquid fuel engine in space. It's about space, right?
That's high atmosphere.
You know what? Let's do this one. This is just like
Sure.
launch the damn thing.
And we get some science for that or just money?
We get 6 science for that.
All right.
And for some prestige, and if we fail, it's bad.
And I think you can get science for taking readings at every level of the
Yes, so we could drum up some. We should do this. We're gonna do this. So we're gonna put our rocket on the launch bay, open our science, log some pressure data, look at our mystery goo again. I'm not sure if that's worth anything at this point, and log the temperature. And then we're gonna do an EVA because you could do an EVA in atmosphere. He's fine.
Whoops.
Okay. How do I plant the flag?
We're claiming this launch pad for all of Kerbin.
Yep. Look. We're not gonna leave a plaque. It's fine.
Well, you should sign it, Richard Nixon.
I don't think he can get back in his rocket, but
You
no, I can't. Okay, I can climb.
You
I
forgot
had
to
it.
put a ladder on it.
No, he said climb. Whatever. Yeah, there we go.
Try closing the doors.
Oh, that might help. This does require. I don't think we have ladder technology either. We're gonna call this. He's on the planet. It's fine. He doesn't need to get back in his rocket.
He's not going to be missing in action. They can track him down from the launch pad.
We also need to recover our rocket because that was separate. Great.
Oh, we got the science? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. So wait, do we have 45 science? Sorry for switching, but we don't. Okay.
Send test monkeys into space, so why not a test plush ape? I mean, that wouldn't test your life support systems nearly as well.
I like the idea still, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just going to be... We're going to launch this thing. It's going to go pretty high, pretty
That's
fast.
the rocket they want us to test in low orbit?
Yep, the Thumper.
All right. Let's see what happens with it. You could have taken the heat shield off. Actually, you probably want it.
We want it. We might succeed on the mission. There's no reason to...
Oh, right. We still haven't done that. I thought we had for some reason.
Oh, shit.
Staging. Who cares?
Well, it's just the extra stack decoupler that we don't want to fall off. Is the thing. So I'm gonna this way. If I hit spacebar too many times, it's gonna stay on. Okay. It's launch.
You're afraid that you may have dropped it?
I'm afraid I may have dropped it. The game is very sensitive about hitting your.
Actually, I have a. If we don't get it this time,
Mm-hmm.
I bet I know what's happening.
What?
It is exploding on
Oh.
splashdown.
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
And we should put it between the trunk and the capsule.
Mm-hmm. Give it some buffer.
Yeah, because the trunk doesn't seem to explode most of the time.
It's never exploded.
Yeah, you're going fast.
We're going quite fast. And we can't really stop going fast.
Luckily, you're running out of atmosphere.
And
so-
fuel.
And fuel.
Okay. So we're 100%. Look how. Like, this is a little high, honestly, for getting into a nice orbit, even. So.
About 100,000 meters is where you want to be.
Okay. I think I heard it recommended, and this is Kerbal, that 75 was good. But
75 is the edge of space.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, the Total
Hello,
Warrior.
Total Warrior.
Welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, this rocket is much more promising than I had originally anticipated.
Like, we were very close to exploding, honestly.
Yeah.
This is what you predicted.
That's what I was predicting, but I thought it would happen much, much sooner than that.
I think it's because we have this nice little heat shield thing.
Heat shield might be working.
Mm-hmm. So when we hit space, which is like any second now, we're in space. You can tell because the music starts.
Ah, is that how you know it's space?
It's
I thought in space you couldn't hear anything.
we're in a temperature
except,
scan.
except for the
space.
background music.
You can only hear the background music. We're gonna keep our goo in space. We're gonna what's the pressure in space? Read 0.
Almost like we're in space. Cool.
Great. There's also science value in like not being almost directly over the launch pad and doing that stuff in atmosphere.
Yeah, I know. You can take. There's like
Mhm.
a grid system.
So
Sort
if
of.
we actually want to get in orbit, maybe we should do is put a small solid booster on top of the big giant booster, and when we get up here, go out.
Yeah, that would weigh you down a little bit, so you'd be
wouldn't be
less
as-
likely to be on fire.
And less high, which might be nice, so we could return.
Well, you're not going to return anywhere near the launch pad, but that's fine.
Well, I just mean hit the planet. We don't want to miss the planet.
Oh, you're in no danger of doing that.
Right now, I know, but like next time, if we try to get into,
You're in no danger
Okay.
of doing that.
if we get a successful orbit,
Well, that's why you need to put another stage on your rocket
Right.
past the one.
The
where you
return
want-
stage?
Yeah.
we don't really need to sit through us heading back, do we? We're gonna hit atmosphere. Maybe we should turn ourselves around. That might be smart. So the heat shield's facing down.
That'll probably also help you test the heat shield properly.
We didn't test the heat shield properly. I don't know what our problem with the heat shield is.
It wants you to like skate through the atmosphere more. I think. I'm not sure.
Okay. That might be it. What? Where? Oh. I hope we slow down enough. He lived.
He lived, and this is what happened. The couplers exploded on
Yep.
landing.
It did.
So, well, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Oh, maybe we should have done an EVA there. Oh, we got enough science for.
We can have a reaction wheel.
We'd have a reaction wheel. That's definitely
Thank the
the thing.
lords.
It's definitely the thing we want next. This is
Advanced flight control. Yeah,
that's
that's
an inline stabilizer
and RCS
and
thrusters.
RCS thrusters, which are very nice. This is for landing, which is like crazy talk. What is that? That's a new
launch
piece.
escape system.
Solid rocker designed to prevent
So
pan
the way that
up and
works
away from
is,
manufacture.
if
Ooh.
your rocket is going to explode on the pad, you can launch that rocket, which will carry the capsule away from the explosion, and then hopefully you won't die. But that's a problem for somebody
It's
else.
problems for somebody else. That sounds nice. It sounds nice. to me. Okay, so
and launch escape towers are the craziest launch escape system. Like, I would not want to be anywhere near where one of those fired.
I like this idea. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna put this.
You could even put the reaction wheel under the final separator.
Oh yeah, so we never lose it.
No, I mean the other way around. But actually, if it's such
I think
a small
we might
one,
want to put this on
that
the
kind of
cone.
wants to be on the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It's protected. It's safe and protected. Okay, so where is our booster? So we're gonna put a. Should we put a hammer or a flea? Probably a flea. And then.
How much Delta V does the flea have?
I will tell you. Where's the. Where is the Delta V?
Well, I mean that would be a computed value, but
Right, okay.
Yeah, that might work. That would be just barely enough to get you into to circularize your orbit, probably.
We could also pick up the swivel mission and try that. It's makes the rocket much taller. Is the concern I have. Because we need a fuel tank.
I mean, that tiny fuel tank is not probably going to be enough.
Once we're that high,
yeah, because you're getting 0 orbital velocity. You need to be going
a lot. We need
thousands of
right,
kilometers to actually be orbiting.
It's true. You raise an excellent point.
Like most of getting into orbit is actually going sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And this is stupid tall, but I think it'll work.
I'm gonna see if we have some missions to pick up. That's the old.
You do that, and I'm gonna go grab a soda. I'll be right back.
What does this want us to do exactly? This is the swivel mission, so we need to be very high and going very fast. Okay, that is involved in orbiting.
That's where you want to be using it. Yes.
Yeah. They want us to bring another thumper. We're gonna do that again. And the swivel. Let's check our missions real quick. So we got bring the thumper, haul the swivel, heat shield, stack the coupler. Okay. I think there's nothing else we want to do. I kind of like to wait for Kris to launch, though. We don't have any new science yet, which is a pity. We don't need landing. Oh, stabilizer's probably a good idea. Get some extra stabilization in low atmosphere.
Putting on some fins.
I put on some fins. It might help us tilt a little bit.
Probably.
Something we need to do. I was nervous about the launch.
I mean, your reaction wheel isn't going to do much until you drop that first booster.
How'd that move down there? You don't belong down there.
One of these days, we will remember to do staging before we leave the vehicle assembly building.
It's nice, too, because it's saved then.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying one of these days we'll remember to do that. But that day is not today.
I really don't want that to happen. So, it's really funny the first time you accidentally launch your rocket the wrong way, and then it stops being funny quickly.
Yeah, well, that's...
It's a great way to get your rocket to explode on the launch pad.
That's a RUD.
A RUD?
You don't know what that acronym is?
No, I'm not.
Rapid Unplanned Disassembly?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Of a rocket?
We're gonna get there.
Oh, we've had a few RUDs already.
We have? Okay.
I mean, every time it crashes, that's technically a rapid unscheduled disassembly. And some part of it has crashed, I think, or exploded every launch.
Yes. We have no parachutes on, like, our boosters or anything. We can put those on there.
You don't need to recover the actual boosters. But I'm talking about, like, a part on the capsule has exploded, I think, every single time.
A little bit, if you're being technical about things.
I mean, most of them were not necessary parts, but
Okay. Whoa! Calm down. So I believe this mark is the correct mark. Or that's our trajectory. So we're way lower than we were before.
yeah, because it's a heavier rocket.
Yeah. I was not expecting us to be quite that much lower.
But you probably want to fire that thing
Soon.
if you're going to do it.
Just thrust up a bit, and then maybe less.
But there's no way that fuel tank is going to be enough
To get us.
to get you circularized.
We're not even near.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
asking you to be at orbital speeds.
Are we going to even get that high? Okay, we might be able to do this one.
Do you still have that solid fuel booster?
Oh. Wait, I was looking at the wrong mission.
You did.
Oh, we did it. We did that.
Yeah,
we
you
succeeded.
tested the swivel engine.
Yeah.
You didn't bring the solid fuel booster on this flight.
We need to get it up there? Okay.
It wants you to circularize with that. That's a thing you could do.
It's a thing we could do. Let's wait until we're like here and then do it again.
What? You still have
I
fuel?
have still a little bit of fuel. I thought this one was the swivel one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why we have extra fuel. We're gonna land somewhere new. We're gonna leave.
I mean, at this point, you're out of fuel.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna say you want to be all the way sideways now.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna be in the ocean.
yeah.
Hey, welcome to space, everyone.
You've already done most of the science in space, but we can do some more.
Let's see if there's any. There's no
Oh,
sign.
don't observe the goo, because you've definitely done that enough in space.
Yeah.
Observe that on splashdown.
On splashdown. How do I close you? Oh, reset experience. That's how. I don't think we actually get any science from doing this anymore. No science. Okay.
Well,
We'll do it on splashdown.
Or-
because we haven't done that yet.
or potentially after you've released your parachutes or something. I don't know.
We'll check to see if there's science value in it. At least it tells you, which is nice.
Yeah, that's useful.
It's not like real life where you do science and then somebody's like, hey, somebody else already did that science, and then no one cares about your science. That's the thing that happens, right?
Why did that get unchecked?
The altitude?
No.
Do we need to bring it back?
That doesn't make sense.
Maybe they want it back. It doesn't say splashdown, though. I need to deploy some parachutes. Do they really want us to bring it back? Oh, we could do that, I guess. They should tell us, though.
I mean,
There it goes. I think.
it just says haul it into flight above Kerbal.
I guess we'll read the mission more closely before our next launch. Because we can
Reading
just
contracts. No one told me we were going to be reading contracts. I want to go to space.
we could just slam the whole thing with parachutes, and then it doesn't matter how heavy it is.
Sorta. The fragile bits still like exploding though.
Yeah.
And like rocket engines are fragile bits.
So heavy, which makes
Do they want us to take one into space but not fire it?
they didn't really seem to care. Oh, did we not? Oh, there were conditions. Maybe we didn't succeed on the conditions.
I thought succeeded on those conditions. Oh, maybe you weren't going quite fast enough. Well, we splashed down our stack decoupler.
We're gonna decouple, or no, we're gonna do science. Because now it says test, so I'm assuming they want us to decouple.
Oh, well then we won't end up bringing back the science when we decouple.
No, because we write it down like smart
Oh,
people.
okay.
We know what the temperature of the water in Kerbal is now. Also what the pressure is in the water.
And this is a totally different area too.
Yes. So I guess we decouple?
Yeah.
I did that.
The fuck does it want us to do?
Whatever.
I don't understand these contracts. We only got 0.2 science?
Maybe we didn't keep the science. I could have sworn you keep the science. Let's look more closely at some of these contracts.
This is not going well.
No. We're also we're spending money. At some point, we'll not have money to build rockets, and then it'll be a catastrophe. Perform the test. Activate the part through the staging sequence when all task conditions are met. Can we wait? Let's build a test rocket for decouplers. We don't need all these bits.
You just want to put this on the launch pad?
Maybe that is what it wants from me. Go away. Put it up here. That's the one stage. This is perfectly safe.
Okay, we're gonna try this. It also says flying though.
It says splashdown.
Oh, I'm reading the wrong one again.
Well, that is not what they wanted us to do.
Did no one think through this campaign mode?
It worked way better the last time I played it. The missions made more sense. Wait, let's get back to our old goal of getting into orbit. I think we can achieve that, and it's a big mission that'll pay out well. We don't need all that science with us this time.
Sure, we'll stop doing science.
Science is heavy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the problem with science. We have radial decouplers, so it's not what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. We could put 2. That's insane.
You can't really put 2.
I was trying to think of a way to finish the mission with this one where it wants us to be real high with it.
You could do 3 of them, but then you're going to want at least a second stage. And that still don't think that tank is big enough, but
Tank's not big enough. We should just do this.
yeah, let's just build the big dumb rocket.
We have built the big dumb rocket. How many wings? 3 wings?
Sure.
Anything else we want on this rocket? Parachutes. Those would be...
Parachutes, yeah. Would be useful.
I like our single big and then 2 small. I think it's working well. Since
It hasn't failed so far. That's the only thing that hasn't failed so
let's
far.
remember to do our things correctly.
You actually remember to do staging.
We actually remember to do staging. Save the Gravity Sprinter version 8 at this point.
I mean, it's a family of rockets. It's like the Falcon 9.
Mm-hmm. Come on, get us to space. You can do this.
I think you could get away potentially with putting 3 of those solid boosters, the big ones.
Oh, just 1 and
In a
then
line.
2. Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, but I don't know. Yeah, you probably could.
So let's get
Because you didn't carry that
nearly
high enough.
Yeah. Actually, we should probably be even more over, right?
At this point, yeah, you need to be going purely sideways. It would be nice if you were higher up, but it could technically be orbit still.
Should I wait until we're going purely sideways? Like, wait till there or there?
Whatever you want to do. You're not going to get into orbit with this one.
I know we're not going to get it. A man can dream of being in orbit. Now, in theory, this nice little...
You just need to make that circle the same size as the other circle.
The big one.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, it's real big. We're going to land in somewhere in... Pretty close, actually. Surprisingly close.
You're also going to have trouble, especially if you want to launch, like, when you orbit this low. Mm-hmm. You need to circularize on the periapsis of your orbit as well. Otherwise, you're going to end up crashing back into where you took off from.
Yes. I'm aware of that. Yes.
So, like, a solid fuel final stage doesn't do that.
No, not so much.
But, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. We may have to start our career over again with the lessons that we've learned.
We could.
You want to drop that booster if you've got the technology to do it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we should do?
Oh, EVA?
We should do our first spacewalk, right?
Yeah.
We just don't let go. That's the important part.
Do not let go.
Let's get right back in there. I mean, that's about how long the first spacewalk was, right? A little longer, maybe?
A couple of seconds longer, and I think they, got away from the hatch.
Did they really let go of the hatch?
No, they didn't let go of the hatch,
okay.
But they moved, like...
We have 2 rungs on our ladder, that's it.
Fair enough. Canola Sky says they're too dumb for this game, and how's it going? We're also a little too dumb for this game. This is like our 6th or 7th rocket, and we're still trying to get into orbit and not doing well at it, and I'm kicking all the cables. Someone like who isn't me needs to go down there at some point and
fix the cables.
Yeah,
sounds like a thing we should do.
If only people weren't streaming in here
all the time,
almost every day. Well, you're gonna. Oh, you weren't high enough to test your. Oh wait, were you? Yeah.
Our heat shield.
You were almost fast enough to test it, but not quite.
Oh man, you just need to...
You're not speeding up.
I know we're not speeding up. I'm aware of how speed works. That's where we should be facing.
What's exploding? Those are parachutes?
No, those are boosters.
Oh, okay.
Come on, please face towards the heat.
I mean, it's aerodynamically designed to go like that, so...
Okay, nothing's on fire anymore, so that's good. Okay, we need to be a little bit more in atmosphere before we pop our...
Yeah, much more in the atmosphere. Space, the final frontier. Even though we don't really know what else is out there, space is the final frontier. For now. Says Ouija Power.
I thought the thing with space is that there's nothing past space.
There's more space.
Yeah, I guess that space could be the final frontier. Why not?
Like space is really big, so you can't just call all of space the final frontier, because, do you mean just going to the moon, or do you mean, going to the edge of the Hubble volume? Not that that would be a physically realizable thing, but...
Is the Hubble volume... What is the Hubble volume?
The Hubble volume is the observable universe. That
okay.
is as far away, since the universe is expanding, you get any further than that, things are moving away from you faster than the speed of light, and therefore no information can ever travel from them to here.
Mm-hmm. And you can't get there, theoretically.
No, totally practically you can't get there, but also theoretically you can't even get close to there, because you're not going to go at the speed of light.
Yeah. See, the sea is also a frontier. There's some cool stuff in the deep sea. Whoa.
What happened there?
Don't rotate your rocket on acceleration. Just a tip.
Pro tip.
Well, it wants to hang, so
Why?
it's gonna hang.
So Skynet's lawyer, why can't space be the final frontier if the ocean is also a frontier?
Because how can one frontier be finaler than the other? It's not like you have to go to space. You don't go through the ocean to get to space. They're different directions.
What? Yeah, but what definition of a frontier means that it's only in one direction?
Well, I'm saying if you had to go through the ocean to get to space, then you could say space is the final frontier because there's this frontier and then there's the finaler frontier. But they're two unrelated frontiers. So how's one more final than the other?
Because space is further away and there's more of it?
Okay. I guess that's... Oh, no!
You landed the wrong way up.
We're always going to land the wrong way up, actually. And we can't move it. Well, that's fine.
You already did an EVA.
We did an
You
EVA.
don't need to do an
We did a
underground
cooler
EVA.
EVA. It's
And
true.
you've also already done a ground EVA, so...
Apparently, space EVA was worth no science whatsoever.
Why is that not worth science?
Do we have to, like... We might have to have him write it down. I'm not sure. So what do we need to do to actually... Oh, you're okay.
Bigger rocket. Much bigger rocket.
More rocket.
Or much lighter rocket.
That isn't going to be easy.
We don't have the good parts for a light rocket. So you want...
Also, this is a pretty light rocket. See, we're talking about doing this, right?
Yeah, I
Possibly
mean...
you need to be higher up, but...
It's going to be a little crazy, but... Yeah, go for it.
Do we burn these three at the same time? Or burn two and then lose them and burn one?
That's probably better.
Because this is a lot of...
That's going to be an awful
That's a lot of
thrust.
oomph. And I think with this much fuel, we should probably put our engine back on. Because we're going to be somewhere.
You definitely want the final stage to have a liquid engine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just going to work better for you. You really need to, like, look at the icons
I do.
and not just
I don't...
randomly click until you see the part that you want.
I do. Do we want
I don't know.
aerodynamics? Is that a thing?
We don't have aerodynamics.
I thought we had nose cones, or do we not have the technology?
No, we don't have the technology for
We
that.
don't have nose cone technology.
This will be fine. Just don't launch them all at the same time, and if we're not going
let's
too fast, it'll be
fix
fine.
the staging. So these first. Then we lose them. We can also launch this immediately and lose them, but I don't think we want to do that, probably.
You can do that manually.
Then we lose those. Then we got that. We don't want that to happen, so... then
You don't want to drop the second rocket before you fire
I'm
it.
going to put our extra decoupler back on in hopes. And we're going to put it way at the top of the stage. Okay, it's the parachute, stage. Great. This is sure to go well. Craft is too heavy. Time to upgrade the launch pad.
Wow. Only 18 tons. That is pretty light. So, we're gonna upgrade the launch pad. Will we still have money after we do this?
Yes.
Not much.
Not much.
All right.
We could do that one.
Yeah, well, you'll definitely be able to do that. Although, you won't be able to test the heat shield as well if you do.
Granted.
Oh, I know what you can do.
What?
Because it doesn't have to be on the capsule, does it?
It kind of... Unless...
You could put it on one of the engines, is what I'm saying. On one of the boosters? Will that count?
Well, there's objectives. You can't just... It's not just bring it to space. It's like... Have
so you
it
can't
go
trigger
off.
that on the... Easily?
Oh, I guess we could put it here. It might work. It might work. We're going to be pretty high when we let him go, though, right?
Not that high.
But between 2,000 and 10,000 meters?
Yeah, you'll be less than 10,000 meters when you drop those, I would think.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. Because the other option is to, like, do this and then put it here. No, that doesn't even work.
No,
Okay.
don't do that.
I know it's a terrible idea.
If this doesn't work, then we'll do something else. I don't know.
So, orbit turbine, hammer, solid fuel. We could probably do that one easily. Forgot we had that mission. Swivel and...
Wait, what altitude does the hammer want to get to?
Oh.
That's a much higher altitude than you've been planning on going to.
It is. It's very, very high. This one is... I think we might succeed on this one.
Okay.
I hope. Let's launch. This can only go well. Let's move that. Why did it go... Okay.
Are you burning the center engine as well?
I don't...
You
I shouldn't...
are burning the center engine.
No, I don't think I am. See, this is the
Oh,
center
you're not?
engine.
Okay.
It just looks kind of like I am. There's a lot of fire coming out of the bottom of the rocket. That's how rockets work. I can't move this. It doesn't move. It goes up. Just one thing. How up are we going?
You're nowhere yet.
Yeah, we're nowhere yet.
But
we
you're going
passed?
supersonic.
Ah, you see, this is our problem with the testing the parachutes. Is our speed is insane. Did that not work?
You didn't decouple them? Why didn't they not decouple?
They're sticking around, apparently.
Well, that's not gonna work.
I think what we do here is we do this.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You don't have another rocket, though.
No, we're leaving. We're going back. Jeremy is worth it. His life is worth it.
No, you're not wrong. That was just the...
It's fine. It'll be fine. I may have assembled the rocket poorly, I think is the right word.
Yeah, quite poorly. But, as long as it doesn't fall on top of us.
It might. It's got parachutes.
Yeah, no, the parachutes will slow it down a little bit. That's probably our only hope.
Speaking of parachutes, when do we hit our parachutes?
Not for a while.
Yeah. Our most successful mission, yes, I'm willing to say.
I don't know if I would go that far. What was that falling down?
That's a spaceship. Well, I don't know what it's exploding.
Why was it falling so much faster than us? How did that happen?
I think it's because it's way heavier, and maybe the parachutes broke, and who knows.
Yeah, but we also didn't have parachutes. The larger thing should not... I don't know. Never mind.
Air resistance, right? We're kind of light, so more air resistance slows us down faster.
No, the lighter things do not fall faster or slower. They fall at the same speed.
Same speed. I don't know.
If there was more air resistance, the big giant rocket should have more air resistance than the aerodynamic capsule.
That's true.
We should have fallen first. Also, it had parachutes on it.
Nothing in this game falls the same speed. I don't know why, but it's just...
Alright. Yeah, the terminal velocity of that would have to be lower.
That makes sense, yes. I agree. Would it take us longer to reach our terminal velocity? That's the only thing I can think of.
You would accelerate at the same rate.
Okay.
Because the same gravity is pulling on you.
We did it! We successfully decoupled the coupler. So we got something.
What did it want us to do? Why did it want us to do that? Oh, we recovered Jeremy. That's the important thing. I don't think we want to take any more contracts on it.
I don't think we do.
No,
we do. We do.
Radial mount drogue chute.
Those are on our rocket right now.
Okay.
We're not going to make any changes to our rocket.
I would suggest we make some changes.
We're gonna make some important changes, like putting these on the decoupler properly, like that. Yes.
Absolutely sure they're mounted to the decoupler now.
I mean,
I believe if you mouse over the decoupler...
Yes.
Okay, they are. Good. They also don't look like they're quite at the same height. Oh, they are, okay.
I built them symmetrically, so they really should be.
Yeah, no, they're at the same height. Okay.
So these parachutes aren't going to work.
Yeah, take the parachutes off. Those are just wasting money.
And a small amount of weight. Okay, let's just make sure none of our staging got messed up. This all looks fine to me. We don't need our...
You don't need the bonus decoupler anymore.
Don't need the bonus decoupler. Should we bring science with us? Nah,
no.
Science is heavy. And yeah, it's launch time. Do you think we can get the thumper?
Hey, Ouija Power, don't judge people for their mermaid fetishes.
It's
What?
fine. Oh, you may have missed it, but when I hit launch, both rockets moved up significantly.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. You want the whole rocket to move up.
But in like
At the same time would be better, but you know, we'll take it where we can get it.
we'll take it where we can get it. Can't believe I attached the rockets to the rocket rather than the decoupler last time.
Well, hopefully this time it's gonna go a lot more smoothly. We're going supersonic.
Nice.
So, you know, that's not quite where you want to be this low in the atmosphere, but we'll take it.
There's this whole thing, the drag problem, right? How much up are we going? Oh, we're okay. So we're gonna launch it.
Your apoapsis is falling because you're not accelerating, so
Right.
I would fire it now because you're very heavy. And just start your gravity turn.
How much should we turn? More?
About there for right now. Once you're through the atmosphere, you want to be going completely sideways. So, slowly
soon.
increasing it.
Come on, please increase more. It really wants to not.
That's you're good.
We're good here.
If you can keep it right there, you'll be okay, I think.
This one's got.
I don't quite know what orbital velocity is on Kerbin, but you're not quite there yet.
That's a nice high apoapsis. So if we just burn up here,
If you burn up there, you do have the liquid.
yeah, we got a
Right,
liquid
right?
right here.
Okay.
Yep. So we can put a. Oh, maybe we can't put a thing. I guess we need to upgrade some of our space facilities so we can put maneuvers in space. I didn't realize you need to upgrade for that. So, because you can like,
You don't want to get quite up there. I would go like
what, like in this zone,
a little bit sooner.
this
Probably
zone.
like right there. Yeah.
Okay, let's get ourselves fully to the side.
Fully 90 degrees. That's what you want to be. Yeah.
And then tell me when. Should we do a full burn?
Don't go full throttle. I would go like 60% throttle and burn half of your fuel and go
And
now.
hope?
Go now.
Okay.
I don't think you have enough fuel to get up to the like 2,000 meters a second plus that you need, but we'll see.
We can keep burning.
You need to keep burning a little bit.
Let's go more 50%. I don't know. It's moving.
Yeah.
We're going up too much.
I would stop now until you get beyond the apoapsis.
We're also out of fuel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then you're not quite getting to
But
orbit.
look at how nice, how half an orbit. This is half an orbit.
Well, you'll be able to test your reentry probably.
Probably. So we're way too high for that. Okay. I guess we just didn't hit the speed.
You,
Or we passed it before we tested it.
yeah, I think you staged before that because our second stage is woefully underpowered, and our first stage is a little bit too, like twice as powerful as it should be.
Yes.
But you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. next time, I believe by the end of this stream, we're going to get to orbit, I think.
Let's try. Should we do an EVA or should we wait till like Apoapsis?
It doesn't matter. You should figure out what we need to do in the EVA to get the science.
Okay.
Because we're getting back.
This is what we need.
EVA report. Cool. I'm going to tweet because I just realized we forgot to do that.
No, board. That's how you do an EVA. This is the first official space flight, spacewalk. The last one was an unofficial spacewalk.
Yeah, he just
unsanctioned.
He just got out of the capsule, didn't tell anyone. Lied about it when he got back. Scientists were like, "Didn't we put an atmosphere in this capsule, and there isn't one now? How did that happen? Was there a leak?" And then Jeremy was like, "I know nothing about that."
Do we even have any fuel left? I could burn one more time, but it's not gonna.
You said you were out of fuel.
I'm pretty sure we're out of fuel. Maybe I should just ditch it and then.
If you're not out of fuel, you want to burn just a little bit past, and you
like where the P is,
or
further.
Yeah, right where you are there, and you won't quite circularize, but you might.
Okay, we'll see. We'll give it a puff and see what.
Like if you have anything, because right now you're in orbit, and you're not accelerating, so the extra weight isn't doing anything bad for you. So if you have even like a drop of fuel left, you might as well.
Okay. Let's speed up a bit. It slowed it down because we got out of the capsule. And... No, we were officially out of fuel. Okay. Camera rotates as we head towards re-entry, which is always fun. Point that way. And we're on the night side of the planet, which is less interesting than the day side, unfortunately. Oh, we got the heat shield.
Nice. See, all you had to do is be getting to nearly orbital velocities, and then it'll just happen for you. Hopefully it doesn't, we don't burn up.
We're not burning up.
We're not burning up? Okay.
This thing is very resilient. Okay, we're going to wait till we're a bit lower. We'll wait till these conditions are met. Hopefully these conditions are met. With the right speed, which need to be... We're at the right altitude. We tested the radial mount drogue chutes again successfully.
Nice. So we're getting 2 contracts, a little bit of cash, a little bit of science maybe?
A little bit of science, a little bit of cash.
So this wasn't a complete failure.
No. I always like that we always end up close enough to your rockets that you can hear them explode. We got EVA, which should give us a nice chunk of science.
Yeah, hopefully
because we did it right this time.
No, I like our headcanon. It was just, Jeremy was just like, you know what? I bet I could survive outside this capsule.
There's no upgrading with the spacesuits. The spacesuits are always perfect.
I mean, that's convenient.
Yeah. He even has little RCS thrusters on him.
Not so useful in gravity, though.
No, they don't really counteract gravity. You can get a nice jump on the moon, actually.
We'll have to try that out at some point.
We have to get to the moon. We will get that mission eventually, and we will try it.
If we can get to orbit, we can get to the moon.
Yeah, yeah. Really, what we need to get to the moon, we need to upgrade. I think it's our tracking facility, so we can do the
to actually like set
have
maneuvers and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that would help. You don't need maneuvers. We can get that much science.
We got 8 science. Suborbital flight. Wait, debris landed?
Recover them.
I recovered them. Okay.
Why not?
Right. I always forget that.
Time only happens when you're actually flying, right?
I think time travels at the speed of us when we're not flying. I think it might only be when we're flying.
I mean, we've launched like a dozen rockets and we're still on day 1, so.
Yeah. So this is the bigger heat shield. So we can just jam a bigger heat shield on a rocket. It's about the same, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if we're still planning on getting mostly or entirely to orbit, then yeah, we'll just do that one.
Test launch escape system at launch site. From this test, activate part through the staging sequence. Small test conditions are met.
Do we have the launch escape system yet?
This should give us it.
I mean, this is going to be a rocket that is going to be exploded on the pad, basically.
Yeah, this is a nice, easy mission.
Okay.
But look, our money is doing well again.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can test some exploding rockets.
Everything else is like be able to fly to places and successfully. Where would that be?
That was under.
Here it is.
It's a little big for this
A
capsule.
little big. We need parachutes, right? So no one dies.
You also want a decoupler because you don't want that thing to land with you.
Right. That makes sense. This is decouplers. Okay. And then
put some parachutes on it.
should we put some drogue chutes?
You probably don't need the drogue chutes because this is not going to get very high up.
Okay.
It's not really designed to.
Just be extra safe. Put 2 big parachutes.
Okay, I don't know.
Do we even need a crew member for this?
I don't know.
Actually, I have a suggestion on the crew because I'm kind of nervous about
not
this.
a pilot in there?
Put not our good pilot in there.
Yeah.
Should Bob or Gleese?
Put Bob.
Good old Bob. He's not yet been to space. He
Gleese
doesn't get
is
to
the
do it
really stupid, really courageous one.
Right. I'm not entirely sure what those stats mean.
I don't know. I mean, this does seem like their kind of mission, but also staging.
Staging. You're correct. We're only going to launch this once.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
I mean, I think this is just going to work. Where is it?
Right here. Kerbal launch site test.
Holy shit.
Release it.
Parachutes. That was terrifying.
See, this is why I was saying I would not want to be anywhere near a rocket that had one of those on it.
Understood. I guess it's better than dying in a fiery
If the
explosion.
rest of the rocket was exploding,
Yeah.
you would much prefer to have that than not, but otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
that is a terrifying, crazy thing to have.
I wonder if people use that in this game. No, in the
Oh.
game. Like
In
in
the
real
game?
life, yeah, sure, totally. But yeah, so we did that. That was
Cool.
easy. Wow.
I'm surprised, actually, that the parachutes work.
Me too. I was like, maybe we should have put those drug shoots after all. Okay.
I mean, maybe triggering everything at the same time actually would have been better.
Can we take 2 tourists to space?
We don't have a capsule that can hold 2 people.
Also, this doesn't even give... Oh, it does give us money.
Not a lot. We don't.
Not a
We
lot.
don't have a capsule.
That's a
that can
really
hold 2
shitty
people.
return, honestly. They might even want...
We need to get.
Oh, they're going to want to go places, too. Yeah. Yeah. That's not happening.
Well, their itinerary just says suborbital space flight.
But yeah, this one's... Oh, maybe? I'm not sure.
I think they just need to go
They just need to go
suborbital.
with suborbital? Okay.
But we still can't put 3 people in a spaceship.
We can't. We might be able to put... We can't even put 2. And we might be able to do that. Like, do 2 launches. I'm not sure.
I think
It's
the
not worth
capsules are 1, 3, and 7 people. If they're the same capsules that I remember.
We don't even have those yet. Or probably even...
Well, we
not
have the
even-
1-person capsule. We don't have
Yeah.
the 3-person capsule.
I'm not even sure where the next capsule is. Was it here? No. This one?
No.
Also no. No. Is it like... Who knows where the next capsule is? Not for a while. There it is. Command modules.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's... 1, 3, 2.
The
Service
cupola is barely a module. That's part of a space station.
Oh yeah, okay. But we could stick a lander can under a capsule and put some people in it
Sure.
if we had to. It doesn't seem like a great mission with good returns on money.
You don't want the double parachutes.
We don't want the double parachutes. Are we trying for orbit again?
I mean, that's our main job.
What kind of Lego minifigs are you playing with?
I was just about to ask the same thing.
So we want maybe even
You want 2 of those.
2 of the big ones?
Yeah.
We want a decoupler first.
You do want a decoupler.
And this one. What is the difference between this is later. Do we want the later engine maybe?
That one, the lighter engine doesn't have thrust vectoring, does it?
I guess it doesn't.
The thrust vectoring
Yeah,
is
gimbal.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, gimbal. You want gimbal.
I wish we didn't need gimbal. Be nice not to need gimbal, but
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog and Dalek figurines. That's cool.
that is cool.
I haven't seen any of those. Those are like the blind box sets of, what do they call those? Explorer figures or something?
Have they started doing blind box with minifigs?
They've been doing that for a while. Rod Jones says, use solid fuel only.
Only. Okay. I'll try it again. We tried it once and didn't succeed.
We didn't try it with the
We
3
didn't.
boosters.
Should we do the big booster or
Sure.
the little booster?
I mean, sure.
I'm gonna do the little booster. I don't know. No, I'm gonna do the big booster.
I think if you're doing solid fuel and without 3 stages, you'll have a little trouble circularizing, but
We
I
could
don't
put
know. No, it's launch it. Why not?
Staging's all correct. Now we just need some parachutes. These are
And
same-
we also want to put the big heat shield.
Yes, we want to put the big heat shield. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. And we want our inline stabilizer. Or
That would
reaction-
also be a good idea.
reaction wheel. And then it's
And remember to
thermal.
change the pilot, or you won't have
That
SAS. You put it on the back. That's big, but
It's kind of bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was the mid-size.
yeah.
I don't know about this. Okay, let's
See what happens.
and change the pilot. You're right. Come on, Jeremy. You do it, Jeremy.
I mean, they asked us to test this. They didn't give us bigger diameter rockets yet, so
I think the testing is a company knows we're doing space stuff and comes like, hey, we got this thing. Can you send it to space? And we're like, yeah, give us money. Okay, so staging's all action. That, and then everything's fine. Those are.
And if anyone wants to toss in
Correct.
another suggestion for a rocket name, we might name the rocket after that. But right now we're
The
going to
next rocket. The next rocket.
one. There will definitely be a next rocket.
There will certainly be a next rocket. That was the wiggle that made me uncomfortable last time.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen rockets wiggle more than that.
Hopefully there's physics aren't enabled on this and it's not gonna drag.
Yeah, this is Kerbal Space Program. There's not aerodynamics.
They added more.
I know there's some, but
I don't know what the current state of aerodynamics are. Ziggy Stardust? I like it. It's good.
so you probably want to start turning
Oh yeah. Turning. Oh,
carefully, slowly.
a little bit of turning. Oh no. See, this is why I didn't want to turn on the first stage. Okay, now we're fine now.
I mean, you're going a little sideways, but it's all
We're
right.
going that way now. It's fine. And now it's less fine.
Just, yeah. If you can keep it like.
I can't. It's
No, now you're going down. You don't want to be going down. Orbit is the other way.
I'm aware of where Played Space is. Thanks.
Space is up from here, not
I'm
down.
worried that our heat shield is heavy and large. In
and
contrast
affecting the balance of this rocket.
and affecting the balance of this rocket.
Okay. Well,
You know, something about inline stabilizers is, aren't they better if they're like halfway down? They might be.
it's better to have more of them, yes.
Okay, so goodbye. And then it's fine.
Yeah, that's bouncing around a little bit.
It's
It'll be fine. He seems to be enjoying himself. You can't see, but we're blocking Jeremiah. Jeremy. I keep calling him Jeremiah. I don't know why.
He wishes he was named Jeremiah. What does that button do? Oh, we can enter the. I forget how to do that and how to leave. So we probably shouldn't, but we can go.
Yeah,
we can swap with his point of view.
Rod says we almost made it. I agree. I think if the heat shield wasn't on this, it probably would have worked better.
I think actually putting the heat shield on there was a bad idea. I thought it was the medium-sized heat shield.
So did I.
The giant heat shield.
So did I.
We have like 5 years to complete the contract, so it's fine
Okay.
if we don't do it now. Especially considering we've been in space a day.
Suggestion for a rocket name: the Sid Rat, super indestructible, dope, really awesome transportation.
Is that a reference, or did you come up with that on the spot?
You think we put what on upside down? The heat shield? Does it go on the other way?
We could try it.
I think we should try not launching it. In fact,
We should try not launching with this.
we could see if it does go on a different way.
It's really easy to test, so. Its tart is spelled backward. Ah, nice. You can't rotate it independently.
Like, it definitely sort of looks a little backwards, but I don't know how you put it on.
I think it's for there. Although I don't.
Do you? I don't think so.
That's where we
You
put
wouldn't
the.
want it. Yeah,
the
you wouldn't
other
want it dome shaped like that. I don't know. Let's just take it off and see
This part.
see how this works.
Then everything's fine. Okay.
I mean, that's looking.
Oh, I forgot to call it Sid Rat. Sorry. Let's not turn so much.
If you don't want to turn for the first stage,
Just the first stage.
I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
Heat shield needs to look like a mushroom stamp. I'm not sure. Do you know what that means?
I think he means like a mushroom cap.
Oh, cap, yeah. Theoretically, you should be able to put it on that way, but it wouldn't help the weight problem.
Yeah, you're going fast.
Maybe 2 is... We can't put 1, though.
Yeah, no, 1 would be all asymmetric and not good. So, fire the rocket, start going sideways.
A little bit more sideways would be nice. This is where the gimbal thing is nice.
If we had a larger reaction wheel, you could put it below the capsule, which would help. But
Oh yeah, ours is dinky.
and it might help to like double up because you need to be going way more sideways. You're just going up. Like you're already in space, basically.
It's much easier to go sideways in space. You know what help us? Is fins. Might help us. And then we're just gonna wait till we're like up here and then go.
Since you only have the solid rocket, I think you actually might want to wait till you're
At the apoapsis?
apoapsis.
Sure.
Although you're decelerating a lot, so I'm not sure. You'll probably be going like 900 meters a second by then, which is not going to be fast enough. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a concern. Poor speed. Are we gonna succeed on anything here?
No.
No. Yeah, go to the Apple Apps.
The Apple Apsis.
I wish we could put a maneuver. It'd be very nice.
Yeah, we need to get better at the science before we can do that.
We might just need to spend money, actually. I mean, we should check that next time. We're back in the Space Center.
So you want to hit it like just right before. Like any time in here.
Okay.
Oh, 600. Yeah, that's... I don't think you're getting to orbit, but...
We're accelerating pretty quick.
Yeah, you're gonna give it a good shot.
I think that might mean we're in orbit. I'm not sure.
Oh, you made it to orbit.
I'm not sure if we can get down.
No, you're not getting down, but you're in orbit.
Orbit curving. Yay, we did it.
Now we launch a recovery mission. Well, eventually.
We could launch a recovery mission. It'd be hella hard without steering. Let's do a nice little EVA from orbit.
Oh, you know what you can do? If you're still holding on to it,
Yeah.
and you've angled it perfectly correctly, you can use your RCS thrusters to potentially...
Oh, we
deorbit.
can. I've seen that happen. Like, we're so high. That's not atmosphere, right?
No, you're nowhere close to the atmosphere. But if you wait till you get back to the...
Do we go here or there?
Yeah, you'd want to fire right at your apoapsis. Fire backwards. And then you might be able to do it. If you might be able to.
Might be able to.
Because we do kind of super want to recover this one.
He's our good pilot.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speed it up. We're gonna do a 20-minute orbit.
We want to be. Let's see. This is the right symbol, I believe. Yes, that's the.
That's retrograde. Yeah.
Yeah, that's retrograde. So we're gonna be facing retrograde, right? Yes.
Yeah, you want the back of your RCS thrusters to be facing retrograde, not necessarily the rocket itself.
But if the rocket is facing retrograde,
it doesn't matter which way the rocket is facing. It matters which way the Kerbal is.
We want to be
doing
facing
the EVA.
prograde, then I believe, right? Because the Kerbal is facing. No, we do want to be retrograde.
I
I'm
can't
done.
see where he is on that.
I can pull him out again. He's inside.
Oh, we've got plenty of time, and you'll be on the light side of Earth when you're doing this operation.
That's sure. That is in fact correct. So let's go like halfway there and then start talking about this again.
What's the green line to?
Could be the closest point on the Earth. Maybe it's. I don't know. Actually,
Do you have limited or unlimited RCS thrusters?
limited.
Okay.
100% limited.
Then this is almost certainly not going to work, but it's worth a shot.
Oh, this is a problem.
What?
The fact that it's listing a lot when he's not inside.
Oh, right, because you can't keep the stabilization on.
Because he's the stabilization.
Well,
No, also, no. Oh, yeah, we can't. It doesn't. We want to be retrograde. Because we're going to fire him like he's a rocket engine. We're just going to fire it up. Hopefully he can...
Well, no, we want to fire it backwards.
That's this... I mean, like, if we had an engine, we would do the same thing, right?
Yes.
Yes, so that's how we're going to fire him. And we need to be in the right place, approximately. So he'll have spent...
How long can you fire the RCS for?
Oh, I don't know.
A minute?
Maybe?
Then you want to be...
A minute out from the apoapsis?
Well, probably a couple minutes out from the apoapsis.
There's not really... This is going to be like a by sight thing because it's...
Oh, right. Yeah, we don't have any information.
No information. Oh, you know what we could do? We could try to get some information. Let's try to get some information to save him.
What information can we get?
I believe we can just go to the Space Center from here. Because he's got several hours before he gets there. We can upgrade the space center while he's in space.
That's most of our money.
That is like most of our money. Is that the right one? It's not going to be the space chain handler. Administration building, that is for
Active strategies.
I am not sure what we forgot to look at that building. Maybe we should have looked at that building.
Maybe.
This is probably worth it, is the thing.
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, now let's go to the tracking facility. Now we have 3 points. I don't know what that means.
You just use all your RCS for thrust only.
I mean, he's not gonna... Yeah, see? So now we can add a maneuver a minute and 30 out, or should we do like 2 minutes out?
Do 2 minutes out. Or minute and a half out.
Oh, that's from us, not from the
Okay.
apoapsis.
Then how far is the apoapsis? Oh, a minute 40 seconds out?
Yeah.
Do it at minute 15. I'm going to guess you have over a minute of RCS thrusting. I hope.
We need to get him out of his little... Okay, we need to get our pod into the right position. What happened?
What happened?
I don't know. I can't move the pod anymore.
Oh, your batteries died.
Oh! This is fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Just go for it. At this point...
Hey, look, we're almost pointed in the right direction
Yeah,
right
at this
now.
point, what do you got to lose?
Okay. Oh no, can we even do this? Because space is let go, and also actually wait. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if you can do this.
You can't do this anymore?
You want to look it up? Because I don't know the key commands to do it properly. Because I know if you let go, if you hit spacebar...
Yeah, but then you'll never recover it.
Yes. Or he'll burn up in the atmosphere, which means...
Total Warrior says, do not let go!
I agree, we're not going to let go. Don't worry.
What am I even Googling?
RCS, a holding pod? That's the best I can come up with.
Rod Jones says, let go, and then use RCS to hit the pod. I think that's probably what you have to do.
Oh god, that sounds horrifying.
He's got like 6 months of supplies on board that spaceship, right?
Kerbins don't eat food, it turns out. Okay.
Yeah, you're not...
Look, we're gonna nudge the pod.
You're going the wrong way. You're
No,
not...
that's retrograde.
Yeah, but you're using a lot of RCS that's not hitting the pod.
Oh, we got fuel.
Yes, Total Warrior, we realize we are in space and we let go. We're trying to not be in space anymore. Is the thing.
How long do I do this?
As long as you possibly can, and then like 15 minutes longer. I mean, you could check the orbit, because all you need to do is to have hit that hard enough that it's going to hit the Earth at some point.
Right.
So, like...
Let's go down to like half and then check. Oh shit. Oh no. No.
Where do you see your fuel?
Right up.
Oh, I see.
Top right. I'm wasting all my fuel.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it was much easier when the pod was facing a better direction. Here we go. I got a nice lock on it. Go. Should we try to get back in? See if we helped?
yeah. I mean...
Oh, wait. There we go.
You did nothing.
50...
You did 25 meters.
1,000.
That,
1,000 meters. Which is not nearly enough.
not enough, but... No, I mean, keep it up for...
Sure. We did
Wait,
something.
you have monopropellant. Where does that monopropellant come out of?
It just, we don't have a... We have monopropellant. We don't have a monopropeller.
Can't you, like, take a pen and jam it in the tank or something? Like, that's all you need at this point.
We're not the Mars guy. What's that called?
The Martian?
The Martian. We're not the Martian. Should we wait? Should we go around again? We should go around again, right?
I mean, that'll be more effective, but
That's
also
what we need.
take forever.
We need well, like, look, we're already... I really want to know what this green line is.
I guess that's the closest tracking station or something
Oh,
like
it could
that.
be that. Speed up. Get up there. Yeah, it's got to be tracking stations. What?
I was thinking, like, you're not even close enough to the atmosphere that that's ever going to slow you down. You're in orbit forever.
The hope is that we can get slow enough that
To
we
hit
can
the atmosphere.
hit
No,
the
I
atmosphere.
understand. I understand the goal here. I'm just saying. I don't know, man.
I understand your...
Like, I think you need to get like 75,000 kilometers lower.
Oh, no, we do. Yes, 100%. We need to get 75,000 kilometers lower, which is not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get a tenth of that, but
But being lower will mean recovery is easier? Sort of?
does it though?
A little bit? Like a tiny bit. If only we had battery technology.
Yeah, we need to research batteries. That would be good.
No one knows how batteries work. Okay. Oh, got it. Inactivate RCS.
Don't go away from the spaceship. Go
Trying.
towards it. There is a mod for a tank to get jammed with a pen.
That's amazing.
I
wish we had that mod.
I don't know if I believe you.
Sort of lovingly
Yeah,
patting it.
just nudge it closely.
Here, we got it. Perfect. Now we had it. Then we lost it. Nope, that's the wrong way. Oh, he recovers his fuel. Did he recover his fuel?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he's slowly recovering fuel. So I guess you do have infinite fuel.
I think we got it in the pod.
So
Maybe-
Total Warrior says they read the other day that the first moon landing computers were about as powerful as a graphic calculator. I think that's actually being generous because they were pretty much a single function computer, whereas your graphing calculator, if you've got a nice one at least, can run arbitrary programs.
Less powerful than a graphic calculator.
Yeah, no, the Apollo landing computers are fascinating things. They're really not computers in any traditional sense of the word.
What did they do? Like, what was their function? Obviously landing, but
Landing.
just like
Calculating trajectories
Okay.
and estimating thrust and orbits and orbital insertion and star tracking and all kinds of stuff. Kerboyd says, "Who are you guys? You look like aliens. We are from the planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So we may look a little strange to Kerbans like you, but we like your game."
Let's get back in the pod. See if we.
Yeah, you don't want to run entirely out of fuel.
No, I definitely won't.
Like I would stop right now because you're halfway out.
We also are way past the halfway house at this point. Where's the entrance?
On the other side.
I'm just gonna wait for it to turn around.
It'll come to you. This is not an operation where we're in any hurry. I just don't want you to get stranded 5 meters away from the
No,
thing
if you get
with no propellant.
like, it's easy to lose your spaceship. It's real easy. So what did we do?
Nothing.
For
4,000 kilometers.
no, yeah,
Meters.
4,000 meters. 4,000.
4,000 meters.
Okay, well, he's in space successfully.
Yeah, they don't need to. They don't need to eat. So
Did that count? It counted. We succeeded in the mission.
Sure.
Look, it's in
I'll
it's
take
in
it.
the archive somewhere. But I remember we never looked at this.
We're going through career mode.
Yeah, we're in
So
career mode.
We're doing contracts.
We just orbited Kerbal. That was our last mission. We need a new mission. But here we can do things like
I mean, I
get
think
more money.
I think unofficially our mission is to recover our pilot.
Yes.
What are we fundraising?
So we're gonna take our reputation and turn it into money. See?
We don't seem to have a very good reputation. I mean, I wouldn't think we do, at least.
This is our reputation meter, I believe.
Oh, is that good?
I don't
it's
know.
It's green. It used to be blue.
I think the yellow is our reputation.
Oh.
We could also, like, get more science. Take reputation and turn it into science. Turn science into money. Or turn money into science.
What's the open source tech program?
We can't do that. Because it costs 195 science.
Oh, well, we're not doing that.
Takes science and gives us reputation, and takes science and gives us reputation.
Okay.
Ooh, that just gives us... We lose reputation, give us money. I think we're going to do this one, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do a little more
Or,
fundraising.
actually, science. Take reputation, turn it into science. That might be better. Because we need science more than money, I think. We need a lot of both. But...
We need a lot of both. But, yeah.
No, you're right. The green meter is reputation, I guess. Because it went that way. So, let's find a mission. Explore Kerbin.
The way we would often see an unintended ignition was making Chief Bookkeeper visiting Kerbin World First Records Keeping Society feel clearly idiotic. That eventually made it clear that nobody here seemed to be able to tell if a day on Kerbin was somehow 6 hours long. So you've probably figured out at this point, we need your help. So,
Okay, what do we need to do here? You've left a fuel... Return to
from
Kerbin orbit. Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to make this sound simple, but all we need is a small, tiny little amount of third stage. Third stage. Another stage.
It's true. We can also try to do one of these tests properly. We never actually succeeded in the swivel test. Somehow.
Yeah, the swivel test wants to be in high, or in near orbit, right? Oh, high orbit, yeah.
This one wants to be in near orbit. This one wants to be in insanely high orbit.
Well,
like,
I
we
mean,
didn't even get that high.
Yeah, you got that high.
We did?
At your apoapsis.
Yeah, that's true. This is the solid fuel booster.
Mm-hmm. You can put another small one. I mean, that'll kick you back out of orbit.
It will kick us back out of orbit, that's true.
I don't know if you'll still get into orbit if you have a whole nother solid booster on there, but... Oh, right, did you not? I hope we saved it.
It auto-saved. Same thing.
How many hours have we put into this? I mean, Zach and I have both played Kerbal in the past, but not for a long time.
I haven't played it since release, I believe.
Yeah, I've never played the career mode. But on this stream, which is when we started the career mode, we have been streaming for about 2.5 hours. So yeah, didn't miss much.
Nope. Okay, so, another booster.
Yeah, just another one of those small, solid ones and a decoupler and, like...
I mean, we can get crazy down here, but that seems dumb.
Total Warrior is requesting a refund for false advertising on our show title. So we've put more than 0 hours into this before playing.
But not since release, right? So that...
Yeah, there you go. That's how we're justifying.
That's my excuse.
We've never played 1.0.
Should we take this and put it here? It's so small, though. We can put another one there also.
Yeah, I would say you want two. Oh, do we have a small heat shield now?
We have a small heat shield.
No, like a medium-sized heat shield. There's a third heat shield.
We have 3 sizes of heat shield. Those are in thermal. So this is the one they want us to test.
That's the giant one.
That's the giant one. We also have this nice medium-sized one. We have the
but no one wants us to test the medium-sized one.
No.
Aw.
They're confident the medium-sized one will be fine. I don't know why.
Well, they'll want us to test it later.
Okay. Let's save this rocket this time properly. And who's flying it? Jebediah. Wait, I thought Jebediah died. Jebediah's back.
Jebediah is back from the dead and flying this rocket.
The ghost of Jebediah.
I mean, if it's the ghost of Jebediah, we don't have to get him back to land. I mean, we do for the mission, but...
Did I forget to pick up that mission? I'm worried I forgot to pick up that mission. Let's just go to the Space Center real quick. It'll be fine on the launch pad.
Yeah. We're just 15-minute scrub picking up an extra contract.
Yeah, I forgot to pick up the mission. See, I can even just go right back to it.
All right.
And let's hit the launch button. Let me double check my staging. I think it's all fine. No, it's not.
Yeah, you don't want those quite in the same ones there, but it'll do it. Yeah.
Okay. And Godspeed, Jebediah. I guess that might mean they're immortal because we spent like 3 days in space, so maybe he wandered back in the front door and was like...
Maybe he really was missing in action?
Yeah, and not dead.
All right.
As I presumed when his space capsule hit the ground at a few hundred miles an hour.
No, did Jebediah's hit the ground or did his explode in midair? Because we've had a few explode in midair.
They're both back. That's the thing. Both of the pilots that died are back.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how Jebediah died exactly. He's fine now. We're not even attempting to bring our friend back, also.
Oh, no. This is just a test to get out of orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Once we manage to get out of orbit, we can potentially make something that can, like, go into a specific orbit that we want.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, okay. That's probably, like, several flights down the line.
Really doesn't want to turn over.
Yeah, you need an RCS somewhere else on this thing.
I put this as the second SAS.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant. Reaction wheel.
Should we have waited longer to hit this one?
I
Maybe.
mean, it would help if you were going more sideways. But now that you have a shorter rocket, you ought to be able to do that.
Yeah. But this is the one to, like... That's what we want to happen, theoretically.
You don't want to go that far.
We don't, but...
Sure. Pretend that's what you're doing.
Come on, actually, there we go. See, that's what we want to do.
But that's also an orbit
That's an insane orbit.
far out. So you don't want to be going you don't want to burn nearly as long on that.
Well, we don't have a choice, also.
And then you can circularize.
But this will give us a nice maneuver. It should. Is that the maneuver?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a maneuver. And then we'll hit the...
You got 18 seconds. You don't need to adjust it anymore.
T-minus 10, 9. Should I hit it? I guess I just hit it.
You've made a maneuver, so
yes.
do the maneuver you made.
3.
I don't know that that's
2,
the best
1.
maneuver.
We're going to try it. We're burning.
And you don't have quite enough fuel to do
Also, going that way now.
That's especially not what you want to
Did
be
we
doing.
run out of batteries already?
Oh yeah, you're running solid rockets, so they don't generate energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rod Jones, I know you want to generally burn before the node.
Yeah. Well, we're on our way down.
You do have another stage, don't you?
Yes, we do. But I can't stop spinning around in circles, so it's not going to help.
Yeah, but you don't want to land on that stage.
Ditch it. We're not high enough, right?
No, you're not anything enough.
Yeah, we're not nearly. Oh, right, because that one was like a billion up. So
No, we wanted to be 200,000.
yeah, which is very high.
It's not that high.
It's way higher than it's like it's him high.
No,
He's not even
half of that.
Is it?
Yes, he's at 500,000.
Oh, he is. Okay. I was looking at his lofty for some reason.
Yes, always point the rocket away from the ground.
I know
keep
that.
telling Zach that space is up and not down, but he doesn't listen to me.
You want to give a launch a shot? I think you should.
I mean, if you really want me to, but I think you got this. Is there anything else we could do potentially to generate more science so that we could unlock
Yeah.
the RCS thrusters?
Yeah, we can.
Because that's really what we need.
Mm-hmm.
That'll help you stabilize everywhere. I think batteries were also in that.
They might have been, yeah.
Which would also help.
I'm generally in favor of batteries.
Because when we can't run our reaction wheel by the time our second stage is burning, we got an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think the liquid rockets generate power while they're burning. Like, some of the solid ones might, but I don't think they do.
Yeah, we ran out of... Yeah. Completely ran out of electricity.
The stabilizer is going to draw a lot of electricity when you're using it.
If we even had like one battery on our ship, I think we'd be fine because they like triple that.
Well, at least we recovered the rocket.
Yeah, we can do some more science. We were trying to get into orbit, and so we ditched the science to lose some weight.
The Americans spent millions of dollars on a space pen. The Russians use pencils. We need to find our pencils. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that's slightly not true? That the Americans also use pencils and then eventually designed a fancy pen?
And it's not true in that a pencil is just as good as a space pen, because one of the reasons that they don't like to use pencils is because graphene is conductive, or graphite rather, is conductive, and in space nothing makes dust settle to the floor, so it's just going to go through everywhere and get in all the places.
Let's get some more science.
Let's write down the EVA report.
And then board cover.
Also, Americans have spent millions of dollars on a lot of things of dubious importance.
It's just slightly less true that that's one of our big embarrassments.
Also, the space pens are really good pens.
Yeah, they are really good pens. So how much do we need for
90.
90. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's where batteries are.
I only need 45 for that, so we're practically there. You recover another ship or two.
Batteries would help us a lot, because then maneuverability is like...
What is that? and that's the Probidyne body.
Ooh.
So we can have an orbital satellite that just tells the temperature of like all of Earth, which is, I think that can get a lot of science.
I'm pretty sure if you leave probes in space, they can generate science on their own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it won't last for a long time because we don't have solar panels. We'll just
solar panels.
Cram it full of batteries. But we could still like leave it up there and trickle charge some science.
MK the Dawn, is this Kris? And yes, he does know a lot. It's true.
Yeah, I'm a science geek. I'm so much of a science geek that I'll just tease this out now. I'm starting a science podcast about space and crime, and it's going to be out probably the end of the week, next week. We recorded our first episode this weekend, so check that out soon.
You'll hear about it when it's
out. We will. I'm not ready to announce it yet. We don't have a website or anything like that, but
if you want
is this game on sale? Yes.
Is it?
I don't know if it's on special right now, but you can certainly buy it on Steam.
Mm-hmm. This is a great game. Load up some science. We have multiple.
We're just playing this today because
we didn't really have a plan.
And we didn't super have a plan, and we finished Horizon, so it's nice to do something that's not like something we're going to be playing for 10 weeks straight.
Yeah. We don't really need any of this currently.
Yeah, Total Warrior, I kind of realized that's what you meant right as soon as I read it and said it out loud, but I'm sorry.
I have no idea if it's on sale or not. You should check.
I can tell you that.
This is the low orbit boy. And then does not look like it's on sale.
It's not on sale currently on Steam.
Wait, it's $40 now?
Yeah, well, it's actually out now.
Oh,
so
sure,
it's
okay.
full price.
We can't send people to space still. Wonder where. I wish it would tell us how precise R-W2 is, or 2.W is. Let's check.
What?
It wants us to send to be over a part of space. Oh, okay. It wants us to be over that part of.
I mean, if you get a circular enough orbit, then you might be able
Oh, this
to
is
do
right
that.
next to where we are.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
These are all the zones.
Oh, is it on sale directly through their website? Let me check that out. I should tell you guys if you can get it on a discount.
Observational.
Looks to be full price on their website right now as well. But they, you can occasionally get it on sale through Humble Bundles, and they have Steam sales all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
just wait for the next major Steam sale holiday thing. Which one should we
yeah, there'll
take?
probably be a Steam spring sale.
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks or something, I would imagine.
I would imagine so. These don't give us science, which kind of sucks.
We also have 6 active contracts.
We do.
So we could like focus on some of those. Or do you think these are not things we'll ever be able to do? Like the
Oh, no,
MK16,
that one we can do. That's easy.
stupid easy. Just pull the
Super
one parachute off and
And
put
put
the
a
correct
different
one on.
parachute. Yeah. I was just hoping to do some science. So I was wondering if maybe observing a place would be an easy thing to do at the same time as we did some science.
I highly doubt there is a Groupon for Kerbal Space Program. Is Groupon even still in business?
I thought Groupon was done. I could have sworn the Groupon was over. Okay, that one is hard. That one, we could probably do that one. This one we need to be high and fast, which we're not going to do right now. And that one we need to be very high, which we're also not going to do. Okay.
Like we can also just do science for the pure interest of it and the
No, we
ability
want to make
unlock
money
things.
and do science.
No, I know we want to make money and do science. I'm just saying we may not be at the point where we can do the specific science that people want to pay for, and it might be a good idea to just do some science.
This is the science mission.
This is the science mission. Okay.
Yeah. Which way should we go? We're gonna try to land in a different biome. That's the goal.
Okay. That sounds like a good goal.
So
Yeah, Total Warrior, I'm the same way a lot of times.
let's go that way.
There are some games that I'm like super interested in, but just aren't really my thing. So watching streams is a great way to enjoy those kind of games. Do a retrograde orbit, or is that just where the ship wants to go?
We're going a retrograde. We're not doing an orbit. We're going to go to a retrograde direction.
Okay.
Because there's like that way. There's deserts, I believe. That's the thought process here. That was not
That's
the
not
correct
what we
order
meant to do.
Whoops. Well,
Well,
We're
not
not-
going to space today.
so much for space. Do we have any? I don't know if we did any science in the middle atmosphere. We did.
You don't you have a thermometer in there too?
Oh, we do. We got a thermometer.
Might as well try.
That's not. Nope.
Well, you tried.
We tried. We tried to do science. Where's the barometer? I can't see it. There it is.
Isn't there a way to put hotkeys for some of this shit?
There might be. That would be nice. We should probably activate our parachutes, by the way.
I just assume now that you would know how to do that.
I was talking to myself for that one.
You can set up an action group and then just assign all of your science parts to the same group, so when you press the button, it does all the experiments at the same time.
That sounds nice. How do I set up an action group?
I don't know.
I could. There's a this, which doesn't seem to have a search function.
That's helpful.
There's a brakes action group.
The
Gear
action group button is not initially visible. The VAB or SPH buildings must be upgraded to enable them. At level 2, basic action groups are available, allowing the stage, gear, light, RCS, SAS, abort, and brakes groups to be customized. Level 3, you can have custom groups.
What can you see? What I can't.
Rod Jones says, put science weight on one side so that you don't have to use battery power or solar panels to get sunlight for power. I don't totally understand how that works.
We successfully performed an EVA.
But you had plenty of electric charge, right?
At that point, we also barely went anywhere.
True.
Because my staging was messed up. Even though I checked it. I could have sworn I checked it. 44.5 science. We can get that extra science. We can do it. Okay, so...
I'm going to go get some water. Do you want anything?
I'm good
Snacks?
for now.
Yeah.
I will put all my science weight on one side. Oh, I guess if we spin, maybe that gives us power? Maybe?
How does that work?
I don't know. It's my only thought. We're gonna try this launch again. Try to go to a desert. A cool desert. Like cool people. So how are you guys? I'm not sure what to say. Have you guys been watching Samurai Jack? It's really cool.
I've got some snacks. Whoa.
It's getting nice and toasty in our little spaceship.
What did you do?
I hit the other engine correctly this time.
All right.
Okay. I think we're fine. Aw. I'm not gonna hit fake India. Well... There's science to be had here. 9 science.
Well, that'll get you to your 45.
Mm-hmm. 7 science? Move out of the way, please. Pressure. I'm not sure why we're getting science now and we weren't before.
Because you're not outside of the atmosphere. You're in the very upper atmosphere.
We hadn't done this science yet?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of science. We could do an EVA here. It's kind of risky.
I mean, sure.
Great. We've done so much science. We're the best at science. Let's close our pod. Because if it's open, I don't know what would happen.
Yeah, it might get a little on fire if you do that.
And then let's feed back towards the planet Kerbin. We're still way high up. Maybe we should do like a time speed up so our side of Kerbin is in daytime.
Yeah,
it's easier
that
to see anything.
It seems like it might help.
Rock the boat with science only? What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Don't explode, don't explode. Okay.
You're good.
We're going awfully fast. Okay. Now there's more air in the way.
Yeah, well, because unlike all of your other launches, instead of going up, you went sideways. And you may have forgotten to launch the
No, we
parachutes.
were going too fast.
Oh.
Until we hit the ground. Yep.
Well, that happened.
Yeah. We learned some important lessons today.
We didn't actually get any of that science, right?
No. Yep,
Just-
we got enough.
Oh, we did get enough. Okay.
We got enough.
That's loud. I'll put those down.
So we're getting batteries? Yeah, that's the only thing we can get.
I mean, you got batteries and
the
I think the Probodyne Sputnik would be fun to launch a few of those.
I like that idea.
You can put a high gain antenna on it and cram it chock full of science.
What do we have next in our science tree here? We got electronics. This is where the real probing starts. We have lights, crazy technology.
I mean, you don't.
Photostatic panels. We're not going to get this for a while.
Panels.
Phototape.
Photostatic panels would be an entirely different thing.
Voltic.
I don't know what a photostatic.
Sorry.
Is that something?
I feel like I've heard that term before. Docking. And then, a place to put crew.
Oh yeah, right. Photostatic is a type of Xerox.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
That's not an actual
Has nothing to do with space.
electrical effect. You can't move that because you don't have the top of the ship anymore.
Oh, right. Okay. No crew to die this time.
Mm-hmm. I think we should stop killing the crew, you know. You don't want a decoupler there. You want a trunk.
A service bay, you mean?
Yeah.
How many batteries do we put in this?
And as many as you can fit in there and still fit some good science. I mean, if you can do that, sure.
They don't
have physics.
They don't have physics. So now...
So we need an antenna
Science.
on this, and
Yeah.
we need...
Ooh. We have new science. We don't have 4 of those.
What's a science junior?
It's like a big science. That's so much science.
It's probably too much science for this. So it's an experiment bay?
That's really heavy, actually. No, it's not. Never mind. I was looking at tolerances. Do we want to just bring one of those to space with us, and then maybe more goo? Well, we've done so much goo. Maybe just that.
Toss a thermometer in there,
Sure.
just for good measure, and put an antenna on top of this.
Yeah, we're going to do the antennas. Communication. So we could get the high gain antenna.
That's not gonna make it to space.
Nope. Not so much. One of these.
Put it right on the top.
Right on the tippy. Okay.
I don't know what the different antennas do and what they need. And we don't have any solar panels yet, right?
So this is direct, and it's rated for 1 pressure. That's not rated for any pressures. And it requires charge. They're the same charge. That one's twice as much charge.
I think the basic antenna would
I
probably
think it'll be fine. And let's see, what else do we need?
To upgrade for the rover missions. So love science hard when 2 astro bastards like you love with science. All right.
I remember, I'm not sure if this was patched out, but there was a dumb way to farm science by... We don't have the technology to do it, but like there was a pod that you could shove crew members in, and then I would launch them onto the other side of the Kerbal and just leave them there for years, and they would just do science for me.
Can't do that anymore, though.
We can't. I don't think you can do that anymore. You're supposed to like send them to space and let them do experiments with space station stuff, but Apparently, it also worked
I
if they
mean,
just
you might
landed on the other side of
also
Kerbal.
you also might want a stabilizer.
Oh yeah, we might want to stabilize. So that's very true. That is here.
But you don't want to leave RCS you don't want to leave RCS on the whole time because it's going to end up draining your batteries.
Yeah. Okay. There's nothing else we need, right?
You got staging. Yeah, I guess let's put this in space.
Unless we should do double, like
no,
we did.
This thing weighs nothing.
Okay.
This will get to space.
I thought we wanted to leave it in space.
Yeah, no, this
Okay.
will get to space and it ought to stay.
Okay.
Just if you can, you want to
Don't-
go slightly sideways with the first stage.
Mm-hmm. So I should probably have SAS on for that.
For that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because there's no pilots. So you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
We're fine. How far over should I go?
I mean, you want to slowly
Increase?
at about the same rate that you go from here to here.
Mhm.
You want to be going from vertical to 90 degrees. So,
Maybe I put too many fins. Maybe 2 fins is better.
you want 3 fins for more stability, I would think.
We have too much stability though.
You're also in the thick part of the atmosphere, so once you drop that thing,
We can do nice little turns. And
figure out which direction you want to be heading.
I want to be heading not down. Pretty sure I don't want to be heading down, even though this really wants to go down. We're nearing the apoapsis already.
You're not going fast enough.
I know,
so
we're not going nearly fast enough.
I would just fire that at this point.
So I have some nice spins. Look cool, feel cool. Because this thing doesn't gimbal either, so it's not like it...
Oh yeah, true. I was gonna say
it's not
yeah.
like it makes it easier to steer, really. A little bit.
Well, it'll crash real hard now, which
There's
is
no
more
parachute
fun.
on it.
Yeah, no, this was supposed to stay in space.
Let's rapidly do some science and transmit it before we crash. 0 experiments?
Oh, you didn't put an experiment in there.
How do we get an experiment to put in there?
I don't know.
I just assumed it came with them. We transmitted. Yay. 8 data received.
That's a good question, Rod Jones. Why are you still using solid fuel rockets? Zach seems to like the solid fuel rockets.
I shouldn't be using solid fuel rockets. True.
I mean, for the first stage booster, it's not terrible, but
Yeah. After that.
you're not gonna get into orbit well with a second stage solid rocket.
What? Why can't I transmit it anymore?
You add battery power?
Yeah, that's why. Well, that was cool. Send me back. We don't want to see a crash. I guess we get to see a crash.
Yeah, you have to see it crash.
Come on. Why haven't we gotten any new missions?
Because we haven't completed any.
I'm at the Space Center. Well, let's go back to the Space Center. Can we take a quick break, actually, before we do our next launch?
Sounds like a good idea. So we're going to take a quick break and try and figure out what kind of a rocket we want to make. I agree with Rod Jones. It'll probably be a liquid-fueled one, at least primarily. And we'll be right back. And we're back.
Hey, everyone.
So, what are we building?
We need to look at our missions. That's what we need to look at.
I mean, we're still supposed to carry that giant heat sink into orbit.
That's going to be hard.
We've got a couple of high-altitude rocket tests to do.
I think we should probably go for Let's just see what's gonna give us the most money.
Design a mission to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna test the. So this is the Hammer solid fuel booster at 2,700 to 2,800 meters.
I don't quite understand how that's a suborbital trajectory, but I mean, I guess it can be if you want it to be.
It's suborbital in the sense that they
if
want
you're
us.
just going straight up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's not orbital. We're gonna hit the Earth, the Kerbal. Right? That's how orbits work.
Sure.
So I think we're gonna have a crew on this one, right?
Yeah, you probably want to have a crew.
We don't really need a crew.
Actually, I guess, yeah, then we can not worry about recovering it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Alright.
So the one we need to launch up there is this one. So that should be the final stage, right?
Yeah.
And we just put a whole bunch of fuel underneath it?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I guess we're not going to do a liquid rocket then, but sure.
Is there any point in doing a liquid rocket on this one?
Probably no, if we need to test that at the very high altitude.
Yeah, it's like that needs to be the last stage, so... Well, liquid rockets are cool. I agree liquid rockets are cool.
When we actually want to go to orbit, we definitely need to stop
Yes.
doing solid fuel.
We do.
Upper stages.
I agree.
I don't... Is this going to quite get us there?
No, we're gonna put more rockets on this.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't you worry. Sure.
That's insane.
But is it too insane?
Yeah, that's going to catch on fire in the low atmosphere.
I guess it will. You're right. No
Two.
problem.
Is if you want to do two.
Two? I mean, I guess we have no weight on this practically.
Well, the other thing you could do, like, assuming you just want to go completely straight
Mm-hmm.
and never at any angle and just completely straight, is one of those, another one of those, then the test rocket, and put fins on every stage.
Okay, I like this plan. This is a terrible plan. I like it. So we're gonna put one of these, one of these.
And just put some stabilizing fins on both of those two bottom stages.
Okay.
And who cares that it's 20 stories tall?
It's never meant to come back anyway.
Yeah, it's not your concern.
Aerodynamic.
Well, no, it's going to come back. It's going to come back with a fury.
Should we put the big heatsink on the top?
No,
Okay. Too much?
that's too much.
Too Icarin? Let's see. Don't really know what I'm looking at here, but
So they do different things.
yeah.
What are the?
We don't really care about a
what are the
control
bottom
surface. That one's got a control surface.
Okay, you want the
Reflection.
biggest ones that you get. That's the one you want. Basic spin.
Like,
I
these are
would
much bigger.
suggest 4 of them, not 2 of them. And the other thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the higher up ones are lined up as closely as you can with the lower ones.
Right. So let's do this properly then. I believe we can copy. If I go.
Try dragging it with the Option key, perhaps. The Control key, Alt key. Is one of those things down here. Copy. No.
We can use.
Oh, you can toggle snap, which will be good enough.
We have snap on. Yeah, that's good enough.
You put them over 1.
Oops.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
I call this a terrible idea, but let's do it.
Okay. No Kerbals will die.
True, no Kerbals will
production
die
of this.
in this rocket. Did you stage it? Yeah, it's okay, close enough.
It knows what we want.
Yeah, it's figured it out.
Mm-hmm. And we're just going up. There's no steering involved here. Just the direction up.
You're getting a nice slow takeoff, which is actually counterintuitively kind of what you want.
Mm-hmm. All the way to the top.
All the way to the top.
We're listing a little bit. Listing a lot.
If it accidentally goes into orbit a little bit, that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't want to fall over. There's a danger of that. So we're drop our booster, and the next one. Yeah, you know what? We're doing the gravity turn. We're doing it because we don't have a choice in the matter.
Now we're starting to go a little
Fast?
too fast, but we don't have a choice in the matter. Will we get through the atmosphere in time to take advantage of that rocket? Who knows?
We're running out of atmosphere faster than we're running out of fuel. We're almost high enough, aren't we? Yeah. Let's pull up our mission here, and oh, there's an extra 0, isn't there?
Yeah.
And that's
not quite gonna get there.
Nope. So how do we make this more ridiculous?
How do we make You need a big liquid tank, is what you need.
A big liquid tank?
Big liquid tank.
Okay.
Which we don't have. We only have the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we could stack a bunch of those on top of each other.
Yeah, we can do that.
Should we just roll this back because we're not getting any science or anything useful from it? Like, that's sort of cheating, but...
It's only sort of cheating.
Do you have to actually crash it to get
there?
I
think I do actually have to crash it. Unless there's like...
one of those buttons to the side?
These are all like information about a rocket.
Well...
like useful.
Can we just go back to the vehicle assembly building and just let this do its own
thing? No,
like
I think I have to...
Oh, now you're looking directly at the sun.
Yeah, that's an option. I've accidentally...
Why is looking directly at the sun an option?
Why am I focused on this? I don't want to autofocus the sun. Whatever.
Oh, okay. It'll take care of itself.
It's rapidly taking care of itself. And in fact, we can help it along by... Oh, it's fine. It's figured it out. Okay. Virtual vehicle assembly building. So you're saying just stack a bunch.
Okay. Actually, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The bottom stage is fine. We like the bottom stage.
We like the bottom stage.
So let's keep that where it was, or just take the bottom stage off here.
We're going to separate them. So we have 2 bottom stages.
Okay. I mean, that's such a tiny thing. You have to stick like 6 of them on there. Well, do 3, an engine, and then 3 more. Or just 3, maybe.
We also use...
the lighter engine, yeah, you're right.
The lighter, it also has higher thrust.
Cool. See what happens?
Give it fins?
I don't think the second set of fins was helping you.
Okay. It probably wasn't. And just do it? Just do it?
I don't know. What does the chat think? I don't know how you're supposed to build good rockets with this little...
It's hard. That's kind of the interesting thing, is that instead of...
It starts out hard and then gets easier.
It doesn't necessarily get easier because the objectives get bigger and bigger, and it's not like you're just thrown in with a whole bunch of... 3 sets of fins? We'll try 3. That's a reasonable suggestion. Oh no, 3 sets. Top, middle, and bottom. I got an idea for fins.
Well, remember, this thing is not trying to get to orbit, but yeah, if it would also help if you had some fins
little fins
with control surfaces.
Those have control surfaces.
Okay, then yeah, put those near the top.
Oh, these near the top? Sure.
The ones with control near the top.
That's the line.
I mean, that looks really weird, but...
This is how rockets work.
This is how rockets work.
We can put these down. We can replace those with these, which don't have control surfaces. I don't know. Is that going to help?
No, you want them with control surfaces.
Okay.
That'll help you keep it stable.
Yes. Okay. So I don't think middle ones are gonna. I think top and bottom.
Sure.
So tempted to put 2 more boosters on this, but it's ridiculous. We're already going too fast.
You're going too fast low,
Yeah.
and you're not going fast enough when you're higher
Yeah.
up. So. And having the liquid fueled second stage will help you throttle it down while you're still in the atmosphere.
Because we just need to keep going a little bit, but not as much as this thing makes.
You need to be going while you're in the atmosphere. You want to be around the speed of sound and not too much higher. At least not until you start getting into like dark blue area.
Yeah.
But we were going nearly 1,000 meters a second in the lower atmosphere.
We're just losing all our speed to the atmosphere to drag. Yeah. Drag is such a drag.
So yeah, now this is flying perfectly straight up. You're even going a little fast, so you'll want to start the second stage at like minimum thrust, probably.
Whoopsie daisy.
Not like that. Yeah, the top heavy wings are not helping you in this case, probably.
Yeah. Look, if we could just...
You're also falling.
We're falling now? Great.
Yeah, this thrust is not enough.
Well, also, it's like not delivered in any one direction. It's more all the directions simultaneously. Look, I got a plan. And that plan is to make this mission end quickly.
That'll sure do it.
It's flying better now, somehow.
Yeah, because the thrust is not so off-axis with your control surface.
It's still not flying great.
I mean, it's flying down pretty good.
I'm surprised we're not, like, heating up.
You're not going fast enough.
Oh, I guess we're only going a few hundred miles an hour.
Meters a second.
Meters a second. Much faster. Right?
Yes. Traditional.
Okay. So thanks for the suggestion on the top fins. I thought it was a good plan. Turns out it wasn't a good plan.
Well, I think if you have some fins in the
Halfway? Middle fins. Upper middle fins?
Yeah.
I like that idea. Let's put the lighter upper middle fins. Just
not the biggest ones?
not the biggest ones, maybe. And in line with the other fins.
Well, I'm in line with the other fins, and not at the top of that engine, but lower on that engine.
Like here?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Perfectly in the middle.
Slightly biased towards the bottom. They did keep us straight, and then they made us point towards the ground. So, like...
Do we even have a reaction wheel on this? Probably not.
I thought we did.
Do we? Oh, yeah, we do. Okay.
It's right here.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it does anything.
With a rocket this big, yeah, it doesn't really do much.
Or without a pilot, also.
Well, the reaction wheel, you control, that's what you're controlling with the WASD keys.
There's some, even without one, there's some limited amount.
Well, the capsule itself, the Probodyne doesn't.
We probably should put... Oh, no, we don't need that.
The normal capsule has a reaction wheel built into it.
Mm-hmm. And yes, we are learning all about aerodynamics. It's one of the cool things about this game, is you learn about real stuff.
I mean, loosely based on real stuff.
Loosely based on real stuff, sure. So we're going too fast already, right? No, about right?
Outright. You know, a little fast, but you want to keep more throttle.
Come on, why... You gotta be like this. Okay, at least you're not gonna fall all the way over.
That's fine. You're going to go more into orbit than you had intended, but that's fine.
Well, we were listing that way, now we're listing this way, so we lost a little bit of...
That's fine.
Okay.
Like, as long as you're not going totally sideways or down, you know, down is the much bigger problem.
So should I throttle up now? We're pretty high already.
You might as well go to full throttle now. Well, keep it where you are.
Okay.
Because you're still sort of in atmosphere, but now. And you're out of fuel anyway, so it doesn't matter.
We're not. Are we gonna get high enough?
You might just now.
Wow, not even close.
You need that liquid stage to give you like twice the kick that it was giving you.
Yeah, yeah. It's clearly not stable, but looking okay. It's the kind of rocket we want, right?
I mean, you could put this thing in orbit with your solid fuel booster if you wanted to. I don't know if that's a thing you want to do, but it could go in orbit.
If this last stage was another thumper, we could do that other mission. Because it's much easier. It's much lower.
The thumper's the giant tall one?
The thumper's the giant tall one. Maybe just 3 thumpers will get us there. Like, middle one, 2 side ones, launch up, wait till we fall a bit, hit it.
I think probably even 2 would get
Just
you there.
one on top of the other.
One on top of the other, yeah. Or try 3. I mean, that's like 1,000 feet tall, but...
No, I was saying not 3 stacked, but 2 and a middle one.
You don't have the decoupler that does that.
Yeah, we do. We did that before.
No, you don't have a 2-to-1 decoupler.
I think you're misunderstanding. I'm saying 3 total.
3 on the bottom, then 1 on the top?
I would
like
to
see you build a rocket with 2 boosters on the bottom and 1 on the top.
I'm saying 3 on.
3 on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are saying 3 on the bottom.
Yes, like we said before, like we had before. Nope.
That's gonna go for it. That's gonna be way too much thrust. But
Well, then I guess stacking. I don't know. I just hate stacking things like
all right,
this.
try it.
but
I don't.
Let's stack them. We should probably just. It's cheaper anyway. When this inevitably fails. That other rocket just. I just left it up there. Because if you get high enough, you can just abandon them.
Okay.
You can't abandon them in atmosphere. So this is what we're talking about.
I think that would, if you only need to test it at 60,000.
Yeah. We need to be
meters.
not going very quickly either at 60,000. So this is probably right.
This is probably good.
Oh, fins?
Too late now.
Too late now.
You have no control authority.
It's fine. It's a tower of rocket fuel.
Yeah, once you hit the button on that, there's no turning back.
I mean, this game just makes it seem so incredible that we can, like, launch an ICBM somewhere we want it to go. Or satellites.
Yeah, it's almost like
It's hard.
It's rocket science.
Yeah. Are we gonna hit 60? We're not. No, the maths are a real problem. So this didn't work at all.
I totally don't understand what parts you're supposed to be using to do these tests so early.
So we need to hit this. I think just a lot of boost. I don't know.
Maybe your idea of,
Like a lot of boosters.
yeah, 4 boosters would have worked.
Oh, we're too low.
Yeah, it does help if you use math.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure on what math
We
to
don't.
use.
Well, we don't have. It wouldn't help us in this case to use too much math because you don't have very many options. So, and everything's modeled weirdly.
People
Exactly. Who got time for math in video games?
People are good at this game talking about things like delta V and how much delta V you need to do stuff. And I don't understand it. I attached these poorly again.
Yeah, even if I wanted to help you figure out your rocket equation math, I don't know how much delta V it takes to get off of Kerbin because Kerbin is not Earth.
Right. How much delta V does it take to get off Earth? Do you know?
About what orbit do you want to leave Earth's surface, or get in Earth orbit, or leave Earth's gravity entirely?
Let's say orbit, because that's what we've been dealing with here. Why is this not good enough?
Little less than 1 million.
Okay.
No, much less. Total Warrior suggests 1 million.
Oh, he's saying 1 million.
A little less than 1 million. Orbit is like just under 6,000. Wrong direction. Space is the other way. You're looking at like a couple thousand meters a second.
Okay.
I think it's about half of that on Kerbal.
I believe everything is divided by half. Yes.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Okay.
Like this is not going to get higher because you don't have a second stage, but
Oh yeah, that's how.
or stabilization. Or it's going to come right back down.
I like how we got somebody in orbit like almost no problem, and now we've fallen apart.
Total Warrior, I don't know what Zach is building. I looked away for a second
I blew it up.
he sounded like he had a plan.
I had a plan.
And then
I blew it up.
this thing was flying, and I don't know.
Okay. So what you're saying here, you were thinking is.
So the goal is that we need to test one of these rockets at a higher altitude.
Yes, we need to be at a high altitude when we hit it. Is that what you're thinking? Like with a coupler and stuff?
I mean, yes, you need a decoupler. I would also, like, if you want to avoid damaging the center booster, you could put these lower. You could also look into fins. A rocket this... No, you don't want 3 or 8 of them. That's...
I know we don't want 8 of them. That's insane.
So you definitely are going to need to look at stabilizing this thing. In fact, I would take your reaction wheel off, because that's not going to do any good besides draining your battery.
We don't care about that either.
And I guess you don't need to decouple that. But that doesn't really...
It saves
doesn't use a
tiny
whole lot
amount of weight, yeah, but not much.
I would really like some potentially middle stage in this, but that's not going to happen. So
of what?
I don't know. I don't think we have anything that's appropriate to put there.
You know what we could do?
What do you think?
We could do like. Let's see. How would I do this?
Small solid core? No, that's not going to help. Solid core boosters on.
And then a second stage of solid core boosters.
I don't see that being very practical.
It doesn't seem very practical to me either.
That's not. This is not going to work.
Okay, then let's not do that. Do you have any better idea than this? Because I hope it works, but it may not. Also, is this 3 stages? Or 4 stages?
I would do that as 4 stages.
Okay.
But you would also probably want to have
another.
A Total Warrior liked the last idea of putting boosters on the 4th stage. I mean, if you want to try it, give it a shot. I just think
a better chance of working.
I just think that's... Yeah, our stabilization is still not complete. You need some...
Fins here. Or
You
what?
probably want some fins on the center core,
You
and
just put fins on it. Is that better?
I think you want fins in both of those places.
Okay.
You also want them higher up,
Right.
like ending at about that ring, not in the middle, but you don't want them so low that they're actually in the.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. And I would also put some amount on the top stage, because otherwise you're going to lose control of that thing. Not at the very top.
So we only get 2, I guess.
You can also, like look at the center of gravity and center of
the
thrust
center.
thing.
Doesn't seem towards the center, which is a good thing.
I would put those much lower. Why do you want to put fins so high on the rocket?
Oh, right, because this is only one stage. I don't know why I was thinking of it like...
Thinking that was 4 stages?
Yeah, it should be like 4 stages, right? We just move these so they're more parallel.
Even with everything?
Like, we can't quite get parallel.
Your center of gravity is getting awful high now, but...
Should I move these?
Are those centered with the other ones? No,
quite.
they're not.
They're not quite.
That's sort of important, I believe.
Now they are. Yeah. How are we going to get our center of gravity lower? It's our center of mass. It's our thrust.
One thing you could do is you could mount these 2 side boosters lower down.
Nope. I lost the decouplers
Wouldn't
there.
mount them that low down, but
A little bit lower?
a little bit lower.
Like here? Or from...
Yeah, I mean that's getting your center of mass. The blue one is your center of aerodynamics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hopefully not flip completely.
Okay.
It'll probably flip,
It'll probably flip completely, but...
maybe less. Also, I would make those fins on the top 4 of those.
4 of those? Okay.
Because this is a solid core booster, so without
Wait,
those you
it went... Put it to 4 and then stop being 4. Okay.
without those you have absolutely no control authority. Also, line it up.
Yes, I needed to put them on there first. Because if I touch this, it goes to 2. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah. I think that's
Those are actually all almost lined up, I think.
okay.
Let's put this back on here, and that moves way up. Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Okay.
If your center of aerodynamic control and your center of gravity are in the same place, that means that you have the control authority to easily flip things around.
Got
it
it.
also conversely, it means things are easily going to flip around.
Okay.
If it's high above,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna go upside down.
Okay. We could move these down slightly. Would that be a good idea or not worth it?
I think you're okay. Also, this is going to change dramatically when you drop off
That-
stages.
Yeah. Or those also.
All of it is
Yeah.
going to change dramatically. So,
Okay, let's...
Total Warrior says he would still have fins at the top. Do you mean at like the very top?
Like way up here? I don't know what that would do besides look like a sci-fi spaceship. Which it would look like a sci-fi spaceship. It's actually standing up. Kinda. Not so much.
Whoops. Do we have struts? Do we have
Let me see. Let me see if
the
we have...
standy up bits?
I don't think we have the standing up bits, which is what we need for this. Don't... Yeah, they'd be structural.
Okay, well then
That's why I want the boosters to be not so
then
low.
yeah, you want to make them more level. Only 2 of them, please.
I went too far. You can't. Or maybe you can, but...
Are those perfectly at a... Those are not at a 90-degree angle. That looks better.
That doesn't look a lot better. Yes. Okay. Let's look at this thing real quick. They're still
that's what kind of what you want it to look like. You don't want it to be that high up in your rocket, but you know,
Hey.
you also don't want your rocket to be quite this tall usually.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's not falling over as much.
Should launch it before it falls over.
Launch it before it falls over.
Now it's falling.
Slowly though.
It's not gonna work. Come on, have faith, Matt.
It just wants to go to orbit. It wants to go to orbit real bad. I think your thrust to weight, at least on this stage,
is good.
Is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Calm down.
You seem to have the control authority to not be terrible with this.
It likes going where it's going.
You dropped a few too many stages.
Oh my god. I checked it like 3 times. Oh no, I didn't check it after you
adjusted
everything like 3 times. Yes. Well, yeah.
You're not gonna get there.
We're the best in space. Let it be said that no one else is better in space than us. We're accelerating downwards, it'll be over quicker. Okay.
Flew right into a damn mountain. Okay.
How
this I have a good feeling about this if you had only staged it correctly. Not.
That's what we want.
Yeah,
this one, that one, that one, those.
Okay, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay. I can't believe that because it tries to figure out what the staging you want. It's
not very good at it, though.
It's really not. If it's just like a pile of like a tower of rockets, it's fine. But if
you ever strap on a side booster, it'll just do whatever it wants.
It's like, obviously you want to drop off both side boosters and the other thing at the same time.
Okay, this is going in a new direction. It's not a very good direction for it to be going in.
It wants to orbit that way this time. I'm sure there's like a light breeze, and that's why we're over here now.
Does it simulate light breezes?
I have no idea if it simulates.
Why are you going faster than you were last time?
Because
the
angle?
You're really not going up.
I'm trying to go up.
Hit the rocket.
I want to go up so badly.
You're not going nearly up enough.
We're really not going up at all anymore, are we?
You're still technically going up, but... Hey, UK Gamer, how's it going?
It's not going great over here, for the record.
We don't know how to space.
I thought we knew how to space. But then it turns out we didn't.
I mean, the good news is this thing is big and stupid enough that you might have almost...
Oh yeah,
getting high enough?
We're getting pretty close to the right height.
I don't think you're quite gonna make it, but...
Aren't we gonna make it?
No, you need to be at 60. It would be 61 to 69.
60. Yeah, 60. Okay. I had my numbers mixed up. Damn it.
I mean, potentially you could, if you could get this pointed up, you could fire it again. But only if you can point up.
No, but we need to fire it at that height.
Are you sure? Or do you just...
Oh, do we just need to get there?
Be firing it at that height.
Oh. Well, I can't move it anymore. Do we need a battery? No, it just doesn't want to move. Maybe we shouldn't have taken off that stabilizer. Because, yeah...
You also... the bigger wings do give you more control authority. I know they don't look as cool, but...
I expected us to kind of be out of atmosphere at this point, honestly.
You would have been if you'd gone straight up like you wanted to.
Well, maybe we should put the bigger wings back on. head back. That's a quick way to get back. Do you want to take over for a minute? Like, I'm obviously not.
I doubt I would do a whole lot better. It's...
I want 4 of these. With them lined up.
Okay, so do these have a control surface?
Control surface.
Okay.
20% of the wing area is control surface. These also have a control surface? They're 95% of the wing is a control surface. Should we be using these?
Probably. Not both.
I know not both. Let's use these. They have way more control.
I know this probe is crap. This probe is not getting into orbit. What this probe is doing is
testing these stupid rocket boosters.
We've got a contract to test these solid rocket boosters, and they need them to get very high up. But we have nothing but giant solid rocket boosters and small solid rocket boosters.
Yep. Because we're doing career mode.
And so the bottom ones also have... You've switched out to the ones with control surfaces, right?
I tried to, but it put them... Okay. That's the correct angle. And...
Yeah, we don't have anything that does have SAS. Our one pilot is stuck in orbit, and
we put the inline stabilizer back on. I don't see. There's no
I mean,
reason.
it's not gonna do anything.
It's not gonna do anything. We'll give it a battery too. Let's give him a battery.
Don't put. You don't need a battery.
We don't want to shove a battery on it.
Not at the speeds you're going into space. Batteries don't like it when they get super hot.
Yeah. I mean, you have a point there. You do have a point there.
If we do this again, we've got to get one of the better career mode mods.
Yeah.
We have more than one Kerbal, but we're playing in career mode, so only Kerbals that have the pilot class are able to activate SAS right now, because we have everything at the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And we have
They're not all dead.
They're not all dead. But the good one is in space.
He's in space. He's having a good time in space. This is much easier.
Am I being mean to my brother? I'm sorry. I don't think I'm not trying to be mean.
He's not being mean.
We're trying to go to space.
Yep. Don't shake the table.
Sorry.
Okay. We're going up this time.
Yeah, see, you're nearly as high up now as you were after firing all 4 stages.
Now we're not going up.
You'll circle back around. It's the only having 2 fins on the bottom doesn't really do you a whole lot of
I wish we could put 4 fins on the bottom. Come on, stay.
Yeah, you're just barely making it. You're also running out of atmosphere, so the wings are of less use now. No, that's down.
I'm aware it's down. I'm pressing go the other direction, and it's not at all.
I think we may be dreaming too big.
Dreaming too big? Just...
I think we're dreaming too big.
I agree. Let's...
Fire the second booster.
It's a way to make the ship explode, which makes the mission... It won't fire. It doesn't want it. It's too smart for me.
If you just hit space 3 times really fast. Oh, can you not even...
Did we run out of power? We ran out of power.
See, I told you we didn't...
Oh, yeah, you were right. Okay. Yeah, let's try a different thing completely.
Let's put these boosters away.
Goodbye, boosters.
Because I know you can, if we make a much smaller rocket, that it can actually get to orbit.
Mm-hmm. Should we do return from orbit? Let's do return from orbit.
Okay.
We got to orbit. We can return. So we want to start with this. We want an SAS. Probably up there. And then we want liquid fuel. Because we just did solid last time.
We did solid last time. I'd say
Please say.
Yeah, 2 stages would probably work, maybe? I don't know. Those big boosters are so heavy and have terrible thrust.
These?
Yeah. What's the... Does it say what the ISP is?
What does ISP stand for?
Engine ISP... 175. Yeah, that is
These are
terrible.
265. 225.
ISP is specific impulse.
170 to 25. This is 3. Just comparing fuels now. 90. Do these not compare directly? I guess they wouldn't because it's solid.
The solid booster would compare to the engine.
Okay. So this is what we got, though, is the problem.
So, Eki UK Gamer wants to know what our contracts are.
Okay, let's go over our contracts real quick, just for everyone's edification.
For our own, too, because
So we got all these, like, go look at a place, and then 2, get some tourists up there.
And then we don't have nearly enough stuff to take tourists anywhere.
No, we can't put other people on the spaceship. Only one person gets to be on the spaceship. So this is return to Kerbin from orbit. Get in orbit, get out of orbit.
Okay, so I think that's probably what we want to try.
This is
what we were trying, which
Yeah.
we don't quite have the technology. They want us to test the Thumper solid fuel booster
at that altitude.
At altitude.
Yes. This one we will probably end up doing on the way back. I don't remember why we failed to do it last time on the way back.
Because we kept blowing up rockets.
That's a good reason too. This one is also test another engine at an altitude.
Which we may end up doing this one?
We might end up doing this one. This is... We misunderstood what the part was, and it's way bigger than our rocket and makes our rocket fall over. Because we need to get up to an altitude and a very high speed for this.
We need to be returning from orbit, but it's too big to actually get into orbit on the rockets that we can make.
And this is test the other solid fuel booster at a much higher altitude.
Yeah.
Which means we have to get there, and with a false solid booster...
Yeah, UK Gamer is saying test at altitude can be hard to complete.
Yes.
So I think
we're discovering
we're learning that.
We've learned, I think. So probably some fins on this.
I would put some fins. You probably only need them at the very bottom because the other rocket is vectorable.
Should I put the vectorable? I put the non-vectorable.
You definitely want a vectorable one. You're trying to get into orbit, remember?
Yeah. Do we want these to be better?
I wouldn't put them higher. You want to put them lower. You want... Yeah, right there.
Okay. This is our center of mass.
You want the center of mass to be above the center of control authority.
Yes, chutes. You're correct. I'm forgetting chutes. That's another important thing. Those are utilities.
So you don't want the... You put the drogues if you want, but you want the one on the cap.
I like having the drogues. Because I've had problems with...
They do help you slow down if you're returning from orbit. And now we also want to do some staging.
Yes, we want to do some staging. I was just thinking, do we want to put a thermometer on this thing or something? Probably not. Let's just not bother with that.
Well, if we want to get into orbit and get out of orbit, and we want a small rocket, we don't want to take a lot of science. Also, we've gotten science in orbit before.
We have gotten science. Okay, so this first, you drop it, fire that, parachutes.
Looks good to me. Who's flying this thing?
Do you want to fly your first mission?
No, I mean, who's the...
who's the actual pilot?
Who's the pilot?
We should get...
We only have engineers.
We do have
a pilot.
We got Valentina.
Sweet.
Valentina's going to fly this thing. Oh, okay. So, science people are better at science, unsurprisingly.
The scientists will return more science? That makes sense.
Turn on SAS and launch.
So try and do a Twitch Blaze on this?
How would that work?
We will take suggestions, but I think we're going to have to take the best ones and only the ones where we have the parts to do it. So if you're going into orbit, you want to be going a little sideways on this.
It's fighting me.
Yeah, that's the atmosphere you're feeling, because we're going too fast. You don't make it wobble too much. You're probably fine right there.
Do I hit it immediately or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, probably this could use a third stage, but I mean, once you can get your apoapsis to like 50,000, so right about now, or a little bit longer. How much fuel do we have?
We got plenty of fuel.
2/3. Okay.
So stop it and then go up and fire. We're at 50.
Get it to 70 if you can.
Okay.
Oh yeah, turn off the torque wheel until you need it, because you're gonna run out of fuel or run out of power. Probably be thrusting a little bit higher too.
Damn it.
That's sticky keys.
Lost our direction
now,
completely.
Yeah, cut the engine.
And then
you can add a maneuver to circularize there. Not going to circularize entirely there, because you'll want to get higher as well. But don't do that maneuver.
Okay.
Because that's not quite the right maneuver.
What is the right maneuver?
You need more than one burn.
Okay. So like more like
that.
More like that, and then another maneuver?
A little bit longer of a burn.
Okay. We're at 85 there. More? Less?
You're not going to have enough fuel, so we'll do this and then see what we can do after that. Because you need.
It says 1 second to burn.
That's 1 second?
That's what it says.
Okay. Well, we'll do that in 10 seconds. Do it a little early, probably.
You're supposed to do it like. You're supposed to start it at the
Yeah, but do it a little earlier than you planned it, like now.
Okay, now it says 20 seconds of burn.
And you might as well go full throttle. Yeah, you're not going to have any fuel past that. So you're not getting into orbit.
Yeah, we're not getting into orbit. These things are just too damn heavy.
If you put one more stage on this,
Okay.
it might get into orbit. I don't know. It might still be too heavy. I don't really have a good idea
Of how
heavy some of this stuff is.
Yeah, I understand. Damn it. Nope. That's not the...
Get back into the spaceship, because this will come down to Earth. Oh, you know what you forgot to do?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to blow up?
Well, maybe it'll be fine.
Maybe it'll be fine. But it probably won't be.
Probably won't be fine. We've been doing worse and worse.
We have been doing worse and worse.
Like, look at him up here. He's having a great old time in Untitled Spacecraft. Just around and around and around he goes.
I mean, we could try something else. We could get different contracts. We could abandon our current contract.
We could abandon our
We
current
could stop playing entirely.
How much longer should we go, theoretically?
Well, it's already about 5:20.
Okay.
So we've hit the advertised stop time of this show, but we can go. I don't have anywhere to be. We can go as long as you want.
I was just thinking maybe we should give up while we're behind and either come back to it or have a new plan for next week.
We're not going to get any further behind. I mean, we're going to keep falling further behind,
yeah.
but we're plenty far behind if you want to just call this whole stream a failure and never speak of it again.
I just feel like we've been doing worse and worse. That's all, unfortunately.
Well, let's
land this. See if it lands.
See if it lands, because we do need to test the parachute. So it could be nice to go out on a small success, even though the whole spaceship is going to explode after that because we forgot to
drop the
decoupler
engine
on the last stage. Because we're dumb.
This is only like 3 tons. It'll be fine.
A UK Gamer says we should probably play in Sandbox. Yeah, Sandbox is fun.
Sandbox is fun.
We wanted to try the career mode because this show is called 0 Hours Played, and we've both played a ton of Kerbal Sandbox back when that was all that was Kerbal Space program. But neither one of us had ever tried the career mode before. What I would like to try if we do this again is I have seen some different mods that are basically better career modes. So they do...
I did. I clicked SAS.
They do like... they have different contracts and they give you the parts in a different order that is not so much the order they were put in the game, more the order that you would want to use them.
That sounds good. Because this is totally just like the order they were put in the game.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like it's a little mean about how perfect you need to be on like science and stuff.
How do you mean?
I mean, just like we have no control.
Oh, though that got rid of the rocket.
We lost some weight there. Still going mighty fast. Just if you started off with a little bit more control of your spaceships would be nice.
Well, that's just called cheating.
That's just called cheating? Okay.
They should have Uber Eats in Kerbal? How would that work?
I don't know if we're going to slow down.
I would just... Oh, they won't even go.
They won't even go.
Well...
Yep. So...
On that bombshell, this has been 0 Hours Played. I'm Kris, that's Zach. And for the rest of the week, we're going to be streaming on Schmuckco. We've got... Tomorrow is Non-Committal Tuesdays, which is our show where anything could happen. Anyone could be playing anything. That starts at about noon. And then on Wednesday, we've got Partners in Crime. Do you know if they're still playing Stardew Valley? I believe they are still playing Stardew Valley.
They were talking about that this morning, so yes.
Well, they'll be playing something. And there's going to be more Terraria on Lasers and Lore on Thursdays at noon. Supposedly, and I don't know if this is actually happening... whose brother is being mean to whose brother? We are brothers. I don't think we're being mean.
We're trying not to be.
We're trying not to be mean. We're trying to have fun here.
Yes, I'm having fun. I think
I'm having fun. And so Thursday is Terraria. Supposedly that we're going to be doing like a 4-player multiplayer kind of thing. I don't know if that's actually happening, but they were trying to set that up earlier last week. And then on Friday is sort of our mystery box stream. I think it's going to be more Dead Space 2 with Malcolm and Emily. And so that is our next week of streaming. And
I just look like this.
He looks like this all the time.
Yeah, there's...
I look like this all the time. I was up until the sun came out playing Zelda last night. So I'm not the most awake, but damn it, I'm here. I've totally forgot what I was saying, so check out the rest of our schedule at schmuckco.com.
That is what you were saying.
And schmuckco.com/live. Thanks to everyone who followed. We will see you next time.
See you next time.
Oh, he's making me cry?
Oh, am I? I didn't realize it was.
I thought you were saying I was insulting him, but sure, I'll take that. Damn you, Zach. Why did you make me cry? You're so mean.
I didn't mean to.
Never streaming again. Bye, everyone. We had a great time.